Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. I'm your boy King, hanging out here with you on a Monday night, getting ready to watch Game 2 of the Monday night doubleheader, because Game 1 already looks like a shit show. So I'm kind of glad we didn't pick that one. Of course, we're going to watch the 3-0 undefeated Seattle Seahawks taking a trip out to Ford Field and the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan, to go ahead and take on the 2-1 Detroit Lions in their all black uniforms with the new cool matte blue helmet with the black. Like, it looks cool. It looks cool. I wish they were wearing blue pants. Hell, even silver pants. But I think the blue pants would have looked nice with it. I don't like the unitard look, but what are you gonna do? Again, I'm a uniform nerd, so that just is what it is. But thank you so much for joining us here tonight as we're getting ready to watch this game and see how Week 4 closes out here in the NFL. It's been a wild week. A lot of, again, unpredictability. We don't know who's doing what. How do we gauge how some of these teams are? The Vikings, again, 4-0. Are the Vikings the best team in the NFL right now? I think you can make an argument for it. Although they let the Packers come all the way back and almost win. Only, they were up 28-0, and then only won that game by 2 points. After, when you're up 28-0 and then you only score 3 more points the entire game, and the other team scores 29. So, again, not great. But this is the NFL. This is in college. Style points don't matter. And I think that's something that we all understand here. Style points don't matter. They don't. So the Vikings, I think, are up there. The Chiefs, again, didn't play a pretty game. Not playing the best. Kelsey played a little bit better. He still needs to shave that caterpillar off his top lip there. Don't care how much Taylor likes it tickling her bits. Got to get rid of that. Sorry, Travis. It's just... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like an anti-Samson thing. Instead of, cutting your hair instead of making you weaker, will make you stronger. You got to get rid of that son of a bitch. But they do win again against the Chargers, who are a little bit injury-riddled. Chargers up to a 10-0 lead in that game, but then didn't score another point. I think after the first quarter, I think they were up 10-0, and then that was it. It was the Chiefs slowly coming back. They lose Rashid Rice for the year. I don't think it's official yet that he's torn his ACL, but it sure does seem like it. And it was Patrick Mahomes who did it, trying to throw a tackle on, I think it was an interception. It was either interception or fumble, something. But he tried to stop the Chargers defensive player who had recovered the ball and was running down the field, and instead he blew up his best receiver's knee. And I know some people were thinking about, what about, should he even be playing? He should be on the commissioner's exempt list. He maybe should have been suspended already, 4 games, 6 games, whatever it was, for the hit and run traffic accident that he had in the offseason down in Texas. But I got to tell you now, looking at it, if they would have done that, he still would have been suspended at this point now, and then wouldn't have been injured. But now here's the other thing too, if, whatever the criminal investigation and whatever comes of this case, if the NFL then decides to suspend him, that means he'll be suspended for the first part of next year whenever he decides to come back, when he gets back from injury, comes back to play. So it might have been for the best for everybody if the NFL had just suspended him already for this year. So that's kind of It's kind of weird how that all works out. Washington football team of Redskin Commanders might be a wagon. They might be the Texans of this year. They're running the NFC East. If we're being honest, the Eagles and the Cowboys don't look great. The Giants are, unfortunately, who they are. Again, and I've said this before, the Giants are really a couple of bad coaching decisions by Brian Daboll away from being at least 2-1, if not 2-2, if not 3-1. But bad play calling and just not putting your backup kicker on your roster when you had an open roster spot and you know Graham Gano's groin is hurt. Brian Daboll has made some really poor decisions, both in play calling and in personnel moves that have cost the Giants 2 games already this year. I don't know if I'm yet on the level of fire the coach that Eagles fans are, because Philadelphia is ready to riot against Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni has, I think he's worn out his welcome. And I'm surprised. I'll say this. Maybe I'm not surprised by it, but it's interesting to see how much the NFL universe in general, fans outside of Philadelphia, just regular NFL fans from other places, other teams, don't have a rivalry with Philadelphia, don't have anything to do with Philadelphia, are kind of rooting for his downfall. It seems like he has rubbed so many people the wrong way. He just comes off as kind of arrogant, kind of a dick, and it seems like he didn't do anything to get there. It seems like since they've lost Steichen and Gannon, it's become rather evident, kind of clear, that maybe they were the ones that got the Eagles to the Super Bowl in 2022, and not so much Nicholas Sirianni. So I think I'll say this. I think between it's funny because the last Eagles coach, Doug Peterson, and Nick Sirianni, I think those two right now are on hot seat watch. I think one of those guys might be the first ones let go. As the Jacksonville Jaguars have fallen to 0-4 after Shad Khan came out and said that this was the best team the Jaguars have ever put together. This team was it. They're going to do things. They paid Trevor Lawrence an obscene amount of money in the offseason, which didn't make sense at the time. Doesn't make sense now. But that's what they've done. And I got to tell you, I'm not surprised, but maybe a little bit. I thought the Jaguars would be a little bit better. Not so much for Trevor Lawrence. I didn't think Trevor Lawrence was that good to begin with. And he regressed last year. Like, he showed like he was showing progress, and now he's regressed, and he has not shown any progress this year so far. He just is continuing to slide down, almost into the Deshaun Watson kind of fashion, just, minus the sexual assault that we know of. Like, again, we don't know. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, who knows what else is going to come out. But right now, he seems to be fine. So, but yeah, that's. I think those are the two coaches you're looking at right now: is Sirianni and Peterson. As maybe your first ones to go. Eagles fans already look at it. Well, they're kind of split. You have some saying, bring in Bill. We want Bill. Others saying, Bill, look at how much he said. I'm of the opinion, I kind of don't want Bill Belichick. And I'll tell you why. Everybody's going to say, like, oh my God, why? He's the greatest coach of all time. Look at Bill Belichick's coaching record before Tom Brady was his starting quarterback, and then look at his coaching record after Tom Brady was his starting quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Look at the record that Bill Belichick has had as a coach without Tom Brady as his starting quarterback. It's not great. Is that to say that New England was all Tom Brady? I'm not saying that. Am I saying that maybe having Bill Belichick and Tom Brady together was the best of both worlds, perfect storm? Each one complemented the other one, and that led to success? Could be. I think it could be, but I think the evidence is in the evidence. The evidence is what you look at, what you see. And he had 20 years with Tom Brady and had unparalleled success. Before that, when he was a coach of the Browns, not so much. And his early years there with the Patriots, Not so much. In the years after Tom Brady left New England and went to Tampa Bay, not so much. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know, especially if I'm a Giants fan, like I heard some Giants fans wanting to get Bill Belichick and all. As a team that needs to rebuild, as a team that needs to basically start from the bottom, because let's face facts, Shane needs to go, Daboll needs to go. If we're going to do that, clean it out, all of it. The entire office. Rip the carpets up. I don't care. Change everything. But I think that is, I think that's a big part. But we're getting ready to start here in Ford Field in Detroit and get ready for this Monday Night Football game to go. The Titans and the other one lead 3-0 over the Miami Dolphins. Again, I think there's already been a couple turnovers in that game. Interception by Will Levis. Shocker. Let's see. Who won the toss? Who's getting the ball here? We take a look at Dan Campbell's fourth season as the Lions head coach. 26-27-1 record. Took a while for him to get up there. The first two seasons a little rough. That's his second season was really the breakout season where they started 1-6 and then made a run all the way to getting a winning record, missing the playoffs just that much, but beating the Packers. So I'm sure that's how they liked it and wanted to end the season. It looks like it will be the Lions receiving the ball first here, as it seems like Seattle would have won the toss and they are going to defer. So here we go. Dynamic kickoff here in Detroit. The kick is away. And this is going to fall within the landing zone. And the Lions are going to bring it out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 26. And that is where he is stopped. He gets brought down at about the 27-yard line. And that is where Jared Don't Beat Me Goff will take over and start the first Detroit drive. The first drive of the game, actually, here. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports, watching Monday Night Football and watching along with us. My name is King. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. I know it sucks I have to say it all the time, but it certainly does help us out. We have our donation station link down there, as well as our merch store link down in the description. Goff under center, play action pass. He's back, looks, throws, and the screen freezes. So I don't know what's happening. That's terrible. I'm going to have to get a new feed. And that's what we're going to do. Let me get a new window up here. So we're going to pause this because I have to actually get and see what's going on here. So let's see. We've lost signal, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost the signal. We have lost the signal. Hold on. Hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. We've lost the signal. Oh, why is this so far back? Did we lose the whole signal? Is it really that bad? There's no way. Oh, we lost the whole signal. It's all gone. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I gotta see if I can find another one now. That's not good. That's not good. We had something and now we don't. Please wait while we experience technical difficulties together. Why is this so far behind? What is going on here? We're really behind, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to go straight to the source. My God.
Right out on the sidelines, DK Metcalf.
Can't have that. Okay. So, boy, we've been missing a lot here. It seems like... And why is this one now going? All right, hold on. We're having some problems here. We're having some connectivity issues. We're having some problems. I'm having... It's not the way you want to start off on a Monday night. Okay, are we doing better now? Do we feel better? Are we feeling better? All right. Jesus. Well, the Seahawks have the ball now. I don't know what happened. I am way off track. But I see that the Seahawks have the ball. So I don't know if it was a turnover, if it was a punt, what happened. All I know is that it is third down now for the Seahawks on their possession. So, not off to a great start. Let's see what we do here. 3rd and 12 for the Seahawks from their own 42-yard line. Geno Smith takes the snap back. Looks, got time. He throws over the middle. He connects to Metcalf. I think that's Metcalf. That's going to be caught, but it's going to be short of the sticks. It was indeed Metcalf with the catch, but they're short of the sticks, and it looks like they are going to punt. And indeed they are. Of course the analytics is going to say go for it. That thing never says not to go for it. Like, what are we even talking about? And the kick is away, and the Lions will be getting the ball back. Fair caught at their 7-yard line. So, again, missed what happened on the Lions' first drive. But Seahawks somehow got the ball. Let's fast forward. Let me see. Gotta do a little catch up here. Got charged the phone. There's so much going wrong right now. I have no idea what's going on. But we'll get there, folks. We're getting there. Will Levis is out of the game in Miami for Tennessee. All right. I think we're getting back in line here. I think we're okay. Technical difficulties starting this entire show. Not the best, but I want to thank everybody for watching along with me. Well, watching me have absolutely terrible technical difficulties, but we should be good for right now as we just get ready for these commercials to get over with, and we can get to the Lions' next possession here. I wish this thing had a nice little pop out, but it does not. So what are you going to do? Jared Goff with the ball, hands it off. That's going to be a first down run on first down for the Detroit Lions. They're up now to the 18-yard line, just before the 18-yard line, actually. 10 minutes left here in the first half. Jared Goff hands it off once again. And that's going to be another gain of about 4 yards there for Detroit. Montgomery with the carry on that one. We're going to have 2nd and 6. Detroit wearing their all-black uniforms. A little hard to see the numbers. Not going to lie. Not going to lie to you here. Man in motion for Detroit. Another man in motion now sits in the backfield. Jared Goff gets rushed. Throws and complete for the first down. After rushing, massive pressure from the Seahawks on a blitz. Not quite picked up, but Goff keeps his composure in the pocket. Does a little spin-a-rooney. Gets the ball away. That was to Williams there, that completion. And it's another Lions first down, as they are now moving the ball on their own 32-yard line now. Goff in shotgun, takes the snap, surveys the field, throws across the middle, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards for the Lions again. Second and 6, Goff throws across the middle, and that is going to be caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god, gets that reception, and it's going to be another Detroit Lions first down, and they are now in Seahawks territory, moving the ball very nicely. First and 10 from the Seattle 47. That's going to be a rush there on first down. It's going to be a gain of about 8 yards. Montgomery moving the ball very nicely here. And the Lions seem to be a well-oiled machine right now, kind of just running through the Seattle defense after that first drive. Did not end up with any points, which I missed because of all the technical difficulties. Second and 3. We got Goff under center. Tight package. Handoff yet again to Montgomery. He's able to avoid the rush. Gets a first down, and he's out to the 26-yard line of Seattle. Stay with me, folks. It's another Lions first down. Boy, I'm enjoying the shit out of this apple. It's like an apple pie or just apple crisp coffee. Oh, it's so good. Put a little vanilla creamer in there. It's like an apple pie with like a little ice cream on it, like a little a la mode. It's very nice. It's going to help keep me awake during this Monday night matchup here between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks, as you hear my fridge compressor kick on. First and 10, Goff, play action to Montgomery, back look, throws. That's going to be a connection to, who's that, Wright, their tight end. Yep, Brock Wright. Brock Wright. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. If you like what you're watching, outside of the technical difficulties where we missed the first drive, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. It will help us not have technical difficulties in the future. Second and 7 coming up here for Detroit. That's going to be a handle to Montgomery. Wide open up the middle. He's breaking it down to the 10, to the 5, still going to the 4-yard line. I'm sorry, that wasn't Montgomery. That wasn't Montgomery. I thought it was. It's hard to see the dark blue numbers. I know it's Honolulu blue, or it's not really Honolulu blue. It's a darker blue that they have for these alternate ones on the black uniforms. Hard to see, but doesn't matter because that is a 1st and goal. That was Gibbs. Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw Montgomery on all the other ones, and now we had Gibbs going. I was waiting for Gibbs to show up there. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Lions. Looks like a bit of a tight jumbo package here. Under 5 on the play clock. That's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be gummed up in the middle and only good for about a yard gain for Montgomery on that play. 4:24 left here in the first quarter. Lions pretty even on their play selection. 7 rush, 6 passes, looking very nice. Second and goal from, I would say, about the 3.5. Just outside the 3-yard line. So I'll say 3. Man in motion. Again, they hand it off to Montgomery. And again, he's going to be just short right at the 1. Maybe a little inside the 1. Lions playing some power football. Dan Campbell showing the guns. Saying, I guess, go power football. 2 tight ends set. Although Wright is lining up as a fullback. Goff trying to tell the crowd to shh. Wright now goes to the other side. Laporta in motion. Again, it's a handoff. And fighting is Montgomery, and he finally does break in to the end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a Detroit Lions touchdown. Was he down before? Good there. That's it. That's a touchdown. That is indeed a touchdown. Yep. No knee was down. No joint was down. He was good. And the Lions take a 6-0 lead. Extra point upcoming. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. There's the kick. It is up, and it is no good. Oh, he does get it barely. Ooh, that was looking like it was going no good for a second. But he does get it, and the Lions take a full 7-point lead on the Seahawks. 7-0 here in the first quarter at Ford Field. Lions in their pretty new uniforms, which would look better with blue pants, just saying. They have the 7-0 lead. Let me see what's going on in the Tennessee game here. As again, we have sound on, which we're not supposed to, so apologize for that, because I don't want to get pinged. As both games are in a commercial, so it doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for joining us here, ladies and gentlemen. We had some fun in the chat. If you want to come join us in the chat is open. It's there, ready for you to come on in, say hi, hello. How'd your team do this weekend? How's your team doing tonight? If your team is playing tonight, whether you're a Lions fan, Seahawks fan, Dolphins fan, Titans fan, liking mayonnaise. Mayonnaise man is out in his game, so I'm not sure about that. But how'd your team do? How was week 4 for your franchise? Are you doing well? Are you a Vikings fan? Are you pretty psyched about how things are going? Are you a Packers fan and being like, ooh, I don't know, Malik Willis 2-0, Jordan Love 0-2? Is there a quarterback controversy in Green Bay? No, but results do matter. Are you a Giants fan and you want to just murder Brian Daboll because he doesn't know how to have proper play calling or how to properly fill out his roster, knowing that he's got an injured kicker and it cost him a game? Just saying, I don't know. Are you an Eagles fan? And are you ready to mutiny against Nick Sirianni? There's so much going on that we could talk about. So join us in the chat, if you will. It'd be nice. Like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out immensely. If you want to donate to the show, we have a donation station link down in the description, as well as our merch store that is down there as well. Thank you so much. If you want to check those out. We have our Discord link down there as well. And that'll help us immensely if you would check that out for us. Again, it does help us out a lot. Let's see. Why is this so? So here comes the dynamic kickoff. And that's going to be a dynamic touchback. And the Seahawks will take over at the 30-yard line. Score in the other game, there's 4:13 left in the second quarter there. Titans are leading 6-3 over the Miami Dolphins. Geno Smith is in shotgun. Smith and Najiba there gets, I think that's how you say his name. I have no idea. I don't want to, it's a rough name. I don't know. You got a lot of consonants in there. But either way, he gets about a 2-yard gain on that play. Geno Smith now up at the line. Changing the play, it appears to be. Plenty of time on the play clock, so he's fine. He goes back into his shotgun position. Now going back up to the center, calling out protections. Play clock under 10. Geno Smith back. Asks for the ball. It is snapped. He has it. Pressure from the Lions front. That's thrown incomplete. Tyler Lockett looking for the flag. Did not get it. So 3rd and 8. 3rd and long. Smith in shotgun again. He does take the snap. He sits back. He looks. He throws 5 yards short of the sticks, but that's going to be a first down. Smith Najigba. Najigba? I don't know. JSN. We'll do that. Jackson Smith Najigba. Smith Jigba. Is it just Jigba? Is the end silent? I don't know. JSN with the first down, and the Seahawks are right inside the 40. He throws. Does Geno Smith, and that's going to be caught. To Bobo. Jake Bobo with the catch, and right now, that's going to be another first down for the Seahawks, and they are into Detroit Lions territory. So 1st and 10 from the Lions, 48-yard line. Geno Smith is in shotgun. It seems to be he's going to be shotgun for most of the game. He does take the snap. Again, throws to his left. There's flags on the play. It looks like it was completed, but we do have some flags down. Is it going to be pass interference? I don't know if I missed any flags before or not. I'm gonna kill the flag counter for today. I had that up there, but we're going to kill it because I wasn't sure what I missed or not. I don't know if we missed any, so I'm just going to leave it there. Watch me kill it, and now it's going to be like a 40 flag game or something. Illegal man downfield on Seattle and pass interference on the line, so those penalties will offset, and we'll just replay the down. It never happened. That play never happened. Doesn't exist in your mind. Let it go. I'll tell you what, it's apple coffee. Really good. 1:09 left here in the first. Man, that's such a dumb call. I hate that call. The illegal man downfield when you only give him a yard to work with when they're engaged with somebody. Like, how do you know how far you're going? Like, that's what I mean. It doesn't matter, though. It's a completion to... Oh, is there a fumble? Did Derek Metcalf fumble? Oh, no, he fumbled, and the Lions are running it back, and they're returning it. Down to the 12-yard line. We're going to have to see. He looks rather upset. It looks like he's not even protesting it, that he did indeed fumble that ball. That was thrown. Oh, he was hit. And before the knee is down. Wow, just by that much. Whoo, baby, that's close. If you're Seattle, oh, well, you can't challenge because it's a turnover, so it's reviewed anyway. So they're going to review this. Wow. He was fighting for a couple extra yards, got hit, ball knocked out, looks like just before his knee touched Metcalf did. And indeed, first down Lions. From the 14-yard line, they're calling it. 1st and 10, they run the ball, and they get about a yard on the gain. So, again, Geno Smith, great strike. It was going to be a first down as Seattle was moving the ball and driving. As Metcalf was stretching and driving to get a little bit further and get another couple of yards, gets hit in the back. Right before his knee hits the ground, ball pops out. And there you go. Bryce, brother. How you doing in chat, man? It's good to see you here. That's going to be caught for the Lions, and that's going to be 1st and goal now inside the 4-yard line. Who was that? I think that was Brock Wright with the catch there. Yeah, Laporta hasn't gotten one yet. But that's going to be end of the quarter here with the Lions 1st and goal coming right now. I'll tell you what, Bryce. The Seattle's pick not looking great right now. And it's unfortunate because I don't know if you've been watching the game along with me here, but they had a pretty decent drive going. A good completion from Geno to Metcalf. Got the first down. They're in Lions territory driving, and he's just stretching for an extra yard or so, maybe even an extra inch. Gets hit in the back right before his knee hits down. That ball pops out, and the Lions run it all the way back down to the Seahawks 14. And now here we are. It's going to be 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line here for the Lions, looking to take a 2-touchdown lead to start off. So for the Seahawks, it's not great. It is not great, Bryce, right now. But thank you so much for joining us. If you want to join us in the chat as well, chat is open. Come on in. It's fine, baby. It's fine. Let's go. Talk how your team do this week. Is your team playing right now? Come join us in the chat. Hang out with us. Let us know what you're thinking. How'd your team do? Did you suffer through that Broncos and Jets game? That's a rough one. That kind of, you know what? That reminded me of the Giants and Jets game last year. It was raining. It was bad. Neither team seemed to want to win, and it was just gross. So, yeah, Bryce, that fumble's bad. Like it's a shame too because that drive seemed to be working real well there for the Seahawks, and and trying to do something good and trying to just get a little bit extra. You never know when that hit's coming, and he took a hit, jostled the ball loose, and his knee was literally this close to touching too, and you're like, man, if it's just half a second, you get half a second, that knee just drops a little bit more. If he's not fighting as hard, it changes. But it's the game of football, man. It is a game of inches. It's a game of centimeters, and here we are, with the Lions now having a golden opportunity to take a stranglehold in this game. The Seahawks have allowed 0 touchdowns on possessions following a turnover. And I missed how long it's been, but it's been, the last 22 times or something like that? So it's a pretty decent chunk there for the Detroit Lions. For the Seattle Seahawks. Let's see if they can stop them here. It's going to be a handoff to Gibbs, and that streak ends. Gibbs, touchdown, Lions, and they are going to have a 2-touchdown lead here. No, that Jet game was terrible. That Jet game was awful. Neither team wanted to win. Bo Nix had, negative 6 yards at halftime. He only had 60 yards for the game. It was neither team. It was that's a punishment game. That's a game you watch to punish yourself. Like I said, kind of like the Giants and Jets last year in the same kind of conditions. Snap, hold, kick up is good, and the Lions take themselves a full 14-point lead over the Seattle Seahawks, 14-0 after a. I don't want to say bad, but it definitely was an unfortunate turnover by Derek Metcalf and the Seattle Seahawks. And that Jet game hurt too because I had picked the Jets to win that game. I figured they're playing better. Aaron Rodgers is looking good. He's got a good connection going on with Wilson. The Jets' defense was playing better. And it was just each one of those teams was so ass in that game. Neither team wanted to do anything. It was so bad. It was so bad. And last night's game, which you were in here for, Bryce, watching I didn't expect that from the Bills either. Getting absolutely mollywopped by the Baltimore Ravens, who, again, it looked like they were going down the road of kind of maybe folding up in the second half. The Bills were getting some momentum with them. Looking good. And then dumb trick play idea. Throws that all out the window, and then the Ravens never looked back after that. So, but right now, also, if you're watching along with us, Bryce is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to donations. He has given $5 to us here at Stay Tuned Sports to help us keep the lights on. You can help out as well. You want to join us in the chat? You want to look at us here? If you're watching along, links to the donation station and to our merch store are down in the description if you want to go check those out. I'll even put the link in the chat here if you want to check that out as well. We can do that together. It's fine. It's great. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us here today on Stay Tuned Sports, watching Monday Night Football. We're watching the Detroit game. It is currently 6-3 down in Miami. The Tennessee Titans over the Miami Dolphins. Will Levis is out of that game. From what I understand, he's still out. Just putting some stuff in here. Hold on. Do. Seahawks have the ball here. Yeah, we got more merch coming. I will be dropping Seahawks merch soon. We're getting that ready. We have 8-bit helmets and things like that. Right now, it's mostly we have Giants, Jets, and Eagle stuff in there because of kind of where we live and the fan base that's around here. But I definitely am doing more here. Geno Smith with the handoff. That's Kenny Walker there, and he gets about 3 yards. All right, and let's get the merch store up here. 2nd and 7. Geno throws right through the hands of his tight end. That's going to fall incomplete. And we're going to have 3rd and 7 now coming up for the Seattle Seahawks. Noah Fant, the intended receiver, and just goes right through his hands. Oh, this apple coffee's good as shit. I like this. But here we go. 3rd and 7. 14-16. Second quarter just started here in Detroit. Geno Smith is in shotgun. Lock it in motion. He takes the snap. Runs out of the pocket. He throws, and that's going to be caught for a 1st down. Seattle moves the chains, which is really what you're looking for here. They did that last drive, too. They were looking good until the unfortunate, that was JSN there with the catch. Again, I forget. I don't know how to say the name. Is it Smith Jigba? Is it Njigba? I don't know. I know I've heard it before. I just can't remember how to say it. So I'm just going to call him JSN. Geno Smith on 1st down. Throws downfield. Incomplete. It was intended for Metcalf. Davis with the defense for Detroit on that particular play. So 2nd and 10 coming up from their 44-yard line. Play clock now under 15 seconds. Seahawks personnel is in motion. JSN moves over to the left. Play clock under 5. Snap gets away. Quick pass out to Noah Fant. And he's going to get 2 yards. Three. All right. I was going to say either 2 or 3, depending on the spot. So they gave him 3. 3rd and 7 now. Detroit looking to get a stop here. Crowd is loud in Detroit. Everybody's got 3 signs in the stands. 3rd down, big down here. You want to get it loud on 3rd downs in Detroit. 3rd and 7. Geno in shotgun. Calls for the snap. He gets it. Back. Looks. Getting pressure. Pocket collapses. He is just running around for his life. He gets outside. We have a flag, and he's tackled. Gets about a yard gain, but there is a flag down. What do we got? What do we got? I'm going to imagine it's probably holding of some kind. No. It is holding, but it's against the defense they're calling it. He kind of ran through him. I don't see how that's holding, but either way, 5-yard penalty, but automatic 1st down. So the Seahawks keep the drive moving. They're going to be on their own 49-yard line. Oh, no, wait. Is it holding 5 yards from the spot of the foul? That's right. So they actually are in Detroit territory now because of the penalty. First down, throw to the outside, and that's going to be caught by Lockett. A gain of about 6 or 7. A gain of 6 because it's 2nd and 4. Geno Smith looking for the snap. He takes it. He steps back. He looks. Throws. That's going to be complete. There's a flag down again. They're saying that it looks like he was tackled well before the sticks, but they're saying he was never down. He kind of did a little WWE move, was jumping around, did a little suplexing, a little kip up there. If no joint touched down, but we do have a flag. And it's encroachment on the lines. The penalty is declined, and that'll be a 1st down anyway for the result of the play. But let's look at this effort here. No, okay, yeah, nothing down. And then he does another one, and his ass doesn't hit. Yeah, no, he was never down. Ken Walker with just the absolute acrobatic. Look at this guy. And then just kind of does the backflip, kip up. Look at that. My God. Great moves by Kenny Walker there. Again, we have a handoff to Walker, and he gets about a yard gain before being pushed all the way back. But it'll still be one, so it'll be second. How is that 2 yards? The ref is literally spotting it 1 yard from the line of scrimmage. That's not 2 yards. That's not even a long 8. It's literally 2nd and 9. Why do you have 2nd and 8 up on the screen? It's not 2nd and 8. It's 2nd and 9. Geno Smith, empty backfield, takes a snap, back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. And that's going to... Oh, was he down? Was he touchdown? No! That's a touchdown for the Seattle Seahawks. And they are right back into this game. Driving down the field, DK Metcalf with the score. Down the right sideline. Great throw from Geno. He gets tripped up. Does any part of him touch before? Yeah, his ass is down before that's in. That's not a touchdown. That is not a touchdown. It'll be 1st and goal from the half-yard line, but that is not a touchdown. Whoop! Take that back. The ref was not looking at his ass close enough, clearly. Ref, you got to stare at his ass. First and goal from the half-yard line. Seattle just runs right up to the line of scrimmage. Snap. Handoff to Kenny Walker, and he is not going to get there. Stuffed by the lines. It'll be 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. Seahawks try to do a little... quick snap action. Did not quite work. And we have a flag. See, I knew. As soon as I took the flag counter down, I was like, oh, technical difficulties. I missed the first part of the game. The first couple drives, the first 2 drives, I was like, I don't know if there was a flag. I'll take it down. Sure enough. Illegal substitution. 12 men on the field for Detroit is what they're saying. Aaron Glenn is... looking confused, not sure what they're talking about. Thank you for joining us here tonight. If you want to join us in the chat, it is open. Come on in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing. Again, it's a handoff. Kenny Walker bounces to the outside, though, after the middle clogs up, and that time, now it is indeed a Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks? The Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, kind of like a buzzsaw, though, go down the field, and they get within a touchdown of this game against the Lions. Extra point lined up on the left hash. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. And we have ourselves a 1 touchdown game. 14-7, Detroit leading Seattle. We are in the second quarter. Ken Walker tried going up the middle, got bounced out. Ran over to the right side. Smooth sailing. And he's able to go ahead and get that. In Miami, 20 seconds left in the half. Still 6-3, Tennessee. Miami does have the ball. try to see. There seems to be some like officiating nonsense going on down there. There's a flag down, but everybody's still talking to each other. I've literally looked at this game since the Lions game has been in commercial, and there's nothing happening in this Miami game. They're still there, just standing there. The officials just standing there talking. This is 2 minutes now of them just standing and talking and bullshitting. Like, what are we doing? It took you 3 minutes to get an illegal shift call? The officials this year suck ass. What do I think of my? I mean, they can. Sure, they can. I mean, Tennessee sucks. So they can, although Will Levis is out of the game right now. So maybe that helps Tennessee, actually. You know, it's rare to say, but maybe having Mason Rudolph in there is the best thing for them. But yeah, in that game, I think it's possible for anybody to come out with a win. I don't think that's impossible. I don't think that's impossible for anybody. Here's the dynamic kickoff that's going to go out of the end zone, and that's where the Lions will take over at the 30-yard line. But, like, can Snoop Huntley do something? Yes, but again, he's brand new there, brand new into the system. You're asking a lot for that, and you're hoping that you can just get the ball into your playmakers' hands, but it's clear they haven't been able to do that. Goff with the snap on first down, throws, and that's going to be caught by Amon-Ra, the sun god, St. Brown, for a gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Detroit Lions. From just about the 38-yard line. Goff again takes a snap. Good protection. He throws to his right. That's going to be caught. That's going to be a first down and more. Laporta with the catch. We do have a flag down. It might be face mask. I saw a hand go on Laporta's face mask during the tackle possibility. Oh, the Dolphins-Titans game is 1,000% a stay-away game. And it is indeed a personal foul face mask against the Seahawks. That's going to be 15 yards from the end of the run. And the Lions are going to be set up now in Seahawks territory. But 1,000%, that's a stay-away game. You want nothing to do with that game because you don't know who's going to win. You don't know who can win. It feels a lot like Jets Broncos in this game. It's just like there's a lot of bad here. 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 38.5-yard line of the Seahawks. Goff under center. Hands it off to Gibbs, and he's going to get 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry before he's pushed back. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7. Tennessee seems to be in field goal range here with 1 second left. Looking to take a 9-3 lead in that game. In the Lions game here, we have Goff is under center. He takes the snap. Again, it's another handoff to Gibbs, and he's going to break it out to the outside. It's going to be a first down, and he is down to the 27-yard line. Tennessee made the field goal in their game with 1 second remaining, and they go into halftime now with a 9-3 lead, which in that game, Bryce, I got to tell you, might be insurmountable. That might be an insurmountable lead for the Tennessee Titans over the Miami Dolphins. Detroit's got a fresh set of downs here from the 26.5-yard line of Seattle. Goff under center. Again, kind of fakes the handoff here. They pass it to St. Brown out of the backfield, and he's going to get about 4 yards. 3.5, maybe 4. Second and 7, they're calling it. They are having a little trouble stopping the run. When you have Gibbs and Montgomery, though, that's a hell of a 1-2 punch that they do have. And Detroit's looking like they're trying to use that to their advantage. Goff in shotgun. He does hand it off, and that's going to be a gain of 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 3 or 3rd and a long 2, as the officials love making it for some reason. What is it? Is it 3? Nah, make it almost 3 and say it's 2. We'll say it's a long 2. Just say it's 3. But it is 3rd and 3. See? All right. They're listening to reason. I like it. 6:50 left here in the second quarter. Goff in shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Back looks. Throws. It's going to be caught for a first down. Laporta with the catch. Finally getting him involved in the game a little bit here in the second quarter. That's his second reception, I believe. And the Lions, that's going to be a goal-to-goal situation from about the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 7. The Lions looking to regain a 2-touchdown advantage over Seattle here with this very good, consistent, steady, long drive. Goff under center. Fakes the handoff, bootleg, throws across the middle, and that's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Amon-Ra St. Brown with the reception. Couldn't quite break the plane of the end zone. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the half-yard line now for the Detroit Lions. I was going to, if you had some prop bets today, if you had put somebody on Gibbs and Montgomery as like a joint rushing duo, you might be doing pretty well right now. Oh, we got flags. We got flags. There's flags all over the place. Why? Because the game was going too smoothly. We can't have that. Can't have that. Got to throw flags. It's got to be about the stripes, guys. Don't forget about us. We're here too. We're the officials. We know why you're here. You want to see us throw those flags. Flags everywhere. Flags for everybody. Flags. I don't even know what the call was because I was being very overdramatic about the officials. So, anyway, 2nd and goal still from the half-yard line. Like, whatever the penalty is we half the distance. It doesn't matter. That's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be... Oh, boy, did he get in there? They're saying he did. That was close. But the officials are saying it's a Detroit Lions touchdown, so I will put the graphic up that says Detroit Lions touchdown. Indeed, that was indeed a Detroit Lions touchdown, so can't argue that one. Gibbs with the carry. 70-yard drive. Snap. Hold. Kick. Up. Good. 21-7. The Detroit Lions have a lead over the 3-0 Seattle Seahawks. Woo! Still a better game than the other one. I'll say that. I'd still be rather watching this than Tennessee and Miami. I'll tell you that one right now, Bryce. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you're watching along, the chat is open. Come join Bryce. Come join myself. Let's talk a little bit about football. What's going on about a football? About the football. Let's talk a little bit about the football. Hey, it's very good. Got my goal. Let's talk some football. That's all. How's your team doing? Even if you don't want to talk about football, let's talk about Apple Crisp coffee. Because this shit, I got it from Aldi's. This shit is delicious. And I think it was actually one of our other chat members, ELS. He had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that he had some Apple Crisp coffee. I don't know if it was from Aldi's or not. I think he might have said it was from Walmart. I can't remember. But he said it was good. So that's kind of why I picked this one up. And let me tell you, not disappointed. Very good. Got to keep yourself awake here on these late Monday nights. So join us there. Oh boy. Woo. Down the wrong pipe. If you do want to help us out here, we have our donation station link and our merch store link. Those are in the description. They're also in the chat as well. So if you just want to come in and check those out, help us out a bunch. Right now, the leader in the clubhouse for donations is Bryce. Can you beat him? Can you beat the donation that he helped us with? Maybe you can. Maybe you can. Either way, any and all donations would be very well appreciated. And thank you so very much for everybody out there who, even if you're just liking and sharing us like your favorite STD, if you're subscribing to us, helping us get closer to our goal of 100 subscribers, you guys are really, you have no idea how much we appreciate you. Thank you so very much from the bottom of our hearts here, from me and Jimbo, the other half of Stay Tuned Sports here. Thank you so very much for all that you do to help us here. Ooh, I have yet to go a stream without punching my microphone. It has not happened. I've done it every single goddamn time. But that's a dynamic touchback there. The Seahawks will get it at the 30-yard line. At halftime, the over-under for Tennessee and Miami is 28.5. Oh, I still probably would hammer the under on that one. First play from scrimmage is a 3-yard completion from Geno. It looked like that was was that to Lockett? I couldn't tell. But either way, it's a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and 6 coming up here for Seattle from their 33-yard line. Actually, it's their 34. So why is he say? Then it's 2nd and it is okay. So it is 2nd and 6. Why did I say 33? Okay, so I fucked up. That's me, not them. Geno Smith back looks throws. That's going to be caught. Lockett first down. Seattle moving the ball. 4:14, 4:13, 4:12 left here in a second as the clock is running. Dan Campbell looking there on the sidelines. 1st and 10. Oh, Geno Smith is hitting the backfield, and that is going to go down as a sack. Rodriguez. Everybody loved that guy from Hard Knocks 2 years ago. Great to see him still on the team. Great effort, great heart, and he gets himself a sack against Geno Smith. I like that kid. Everybody liked that kid from Hard Knocks. So good for Rodriguez. Still good to see him in the league still, and kicking ass, doing well. 2nd and 16 now from the 36-yard line. Seattle is going to call a timeout as the play clock was down to 1. So they spend the timeout. 3:16 left. They still have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they look to try to get back within 7 before the half. They're in a little bit of a hole, 2nd and 16, as we go to a commercial break. I don't know if anybody saw the news today, but we did lose a couple of sporting legends. First, earlier this morning, so Dikembe Mutombo, no, not today, who I remember playing. That's how old I am. I remember him playing for Denver. I remember when Denver won their first round series. I think it was the first series the Nuggets ever won in the franchise history. And you see him on the court with the basketball, and he's crying. He's like, I remember that. I always remember the finger wagging. Yeah, he passed away. I believe he was. How old did they say he was? Because he was born in '66. So he was like 58, 59, somewhere around there. Unfortunately, he had brain cancer. I was unaware that he even had brain cancer, so he passed away earlier today. And then just before we came on the air here, we found out that what should be Baseball Hall of Famer Pete Rose passed away. I believe he was 82, 83, something along those lines. He was he passed away in Nevada. I think he lived out in Vegas, but that's he passed away, and that's obviously brought up a lot of conversation about whether he should be in a hall, whether he should have been in a hall before he died. Putting him in a hall now kind of defeats the purpose. And it's a very sad story, unfortunate all the way around, especially now when you look at the world of sports gambling and how it is everywhere and prevalent. 2nd and 16 here for the Seahawks. Geno Smith takes a snap back. He's getting pressured again. He throws that one out of bounds, just avoiding pressure. Did that get close to the line of scrimmage? Was there somebody there? I don't know. Next week for Monday Night Football, thank God we're back to one game. We have the New Orleans Saints facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs. Hell of a test here. For the Saints. See if they can get back into it. And are the Chiefs actually going to play good? We don't know. 3rd and 16 now here for the Seahawks. Geno Smith in shotgun. Takes the snap back. Looks. Throws. Gets across the middle. Oh, a little bit of trickeration. Lateral. And that's going to be a first down. Charbonnet catches the pass there from, I want to say that was, that was JSN. So JSN does a crossing pattern, catches it, laterals it to Charbonnet on the left side, and he runs and gets the first down. Seattle with a little rugby-esque, a little hitchy woo-woo, as they like to say. And they get a first down, and they are now in Lions territory on their 45-yard line. 2:35 left here in the second quarter. Geno Smith takes the snap, back, looks, throws to his left. That is again Charbonnet, I believe, out of the backfield. He's going to get about a yard, maybe half a yard on the carry, but the clock is going to run because he was brought down in bounds. 2:20 left. Clock is running. 2nd and 8. They give him 2 yards. I thought he didn't get that much, but that's it. Referees are stopping play because they have to change people. They did. 2:08 left, 2:07, 2:06, 2:05, 2:04. Seattle seems okay to let this tick down to the 2-minute warning. I don't know why. Use the play that you have. Use all the clock and time that you have. What are you doing? Don't like that. Hello, ELS in the chat. Great to have you with us, buddy. I forget, was it you who told me about the Apple Crisp coffee? Because I got some from the great people at Aldi. And I got to tell you, it's fucking delicious. I'm in love with this shit. Big fan. Stuff hits. It slaps, as the kids would say these days. It claps them cheeks. Is that, I don't know. Is that something still people say? Clapping cheeks? It really puts it up your ass. I don't know. Yeah, see, you talking about the apple crisp roll. It's good, man. I'll tell you that. I'm enjoying the hell of it. Got a little French vanilla creamer in there with the apple crisp coffee. Has a little bit of that apple pie taste, almost like apple pie a la mode. There, it's beautiful. Love it. And it's a great way to stay awake here on Monday nights. Not saying that the games are boring. They're not. This game is actually pretty entertaining here between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. 21-7, as we have hit the 2-minute warning. The other game, thank God I'm not watching that one. 9-3, Tennessee over Miami, and that just seems to be kind of that's just a mess of a game down there. But when this game goes to halftime, I'll be watching that game and covering it for everybody, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, enjoying the hell out of the coffee. So great recommendation. Thank you very much for that. Because that's the whole reason. That's the reason why I got it. I was doing shopping, and I saw that they had apple crisp coffee, and I was like, ELS told me about that. I'm gonna try that. And sure enough, recommendation, very good. So anybody else who's watching out there, if you got an Aldi's near you, somewhere like that, or any place really that has like if you find an apple crisp coffee or any kind of like apple flavored coffee, give her a shot. Just saying. Probably match her up with like a nice French vanilla creamer. A creamer of choice. You like dairy? Do you like non-dairy? You like oat milk or almond milk if they have almond French vanilla or whatever it is? Whatever your preference might be. You go right ahead. But I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. It's very good. It's the triple B QB, baby. Boring and bad backup QB. I'm with you on that one. It's pretty bad. Mason Rudolph is maybe ostensibly a little bit better than Will Levis, but 2nd and 8. Geno Smith throws down the field. That is bounced up, dangerously tipped, but falls incomplete. But ladies and gentlemen, we have another flag. I knew I shouldn't have put the flag counter away. It is holding on the Seahawks. I put the flag counter away too quickly. I shouldn't have done it. But that's going to be holding on the Seahawks. That's going to move them back 10 yards. Tight end Pharaoh Brown called on that as Noah Fant is on the sideline. Looks like he's injured in some way, shape, or form here. Not great. And I guess that's why Brown was in there, and he got a little bit of a hold there on Aiden Hutchinson around his collar. Kind of did a little bit of a chokehold. 2nd and 18 now. Back on their side of the 50, the 47-yard line. Geno Smith, pocket collapse, and he does get it away. That's to Charbonnet, and he gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 coming up here for the Seattle Seahawks. Noah Fant is in some serious discomfort on the sidelines. 3rd and 10. Geno Smith goes up to the sideline, goes up to his line. He looks like he's either changing the play, calling out protection, one or the other. Could be more. Change the play. Players are moving around. He's got trips left. Looks like it's man coverage here for Detroit. Geno Smith back, throws to his left, and that's going to be... Did he drop it? Yes, he did. I thought Metcalf had it, but he dropped it. He's talking to the official. Trying to see, hey, listen, guys got hands on me. You want to throw the flag? I know you guys like throwing flags. And he's like, yeah, you're both hand checking people. And he's like, all right, I guess so. I guess you got it. There we go, ELS. There we go. 173.2 to 119. Yeah, you got to hope that. And it right now looks like that St. Brown isn't going to have that kind of game. He might get a couple more points. Might even get a touchdown or two, but I don't think he's going to have that big of a game. But we have a punt here from Seattle. It is returned from the 10-yard line by Detroit up to about the 17-yard line, and that is where they will take over with about 1 minute left to go here in the first half. 1:01 exactly remaining here in the second quarter. Detroit up 21-7. Seattle could not get a touchdown before the end of the half. Penalty really that holding penalty really hurt their momentum on that drive. And put the kibosh on it, if you will. After a pretty decent, little trick play lateral. I'm surprised more teams don't do that. I know, some people would say, well, that's not football. But, I mean, football has its root in rugby. I mean, soccer, rugby, and American football all have the same root sport. They all branched off into their own things. That's why you have association soccer. That's where we get soccer from. The British came up with the term. It's not ours. The British called it soccer first. It's short for association. So you had soccer that was just, they wanted to use just feet and have their own set of rules. And then rugby kind of did it the way that they wanted to do it and went off in their own branch. And then American football kind of was branched from the same kind of thing, the soccer and rugby stuff. And that's where, from college football, because college football was that, that Rutgers-Princeton game, that first one everybody talks about, 1869. That's what that kind of was. That's what association football and rugby and American football, that was its genesis. That was the evolution point. That was their all common ancestor. And then from there, all three kind of branched from that. But my point in that is football does have its root in rugby. And that kind of stuff. So why not do more rugby-ish plays like you would have in the day, more of the laterals, the throwing backwards, going plays like that, kind of just pitching it around and doing things like that. I would say go more for that. Do that. You can do a lot more with that. I mean, it would really fuck up coverages. ELS with some news here in the chat, saying Matt LaFleur, head coach of the Green Bay Packers, says Christian Watson will be out at least a week or so. So that's a bit of a loss there for the Packers and for Jordan Love trying to get back into the flow of things. He doesn't have one of his best targets in Green Bay. 59 seconds left. Jared Goff back. Pocket collapses. He's able to get the ball out to Gibbs, who gets about a half a yard to a yard gain, but we have a flag down. Is this going to be a legal man downfield, or is this going to be holding? We have holding on the Lions, and we have two holding calls on the Lions. Both of those were declined. Is that what it was? Is that what he said? I don't know. Either way, the Lions were already... Lions had negative 10 yards on their first series and punted it. Since then, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown on their next three drives. So they did get the penalty for holding. I don't know why he said he declined it. But 1st and 17 here now for the Lions from their 8-yard line. Gets the ball out to Raymond. He gets a big chunk of that yardage back. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. 37 seconds and counting going down. Lions have 3 timeouts. If they can get close, maybe they'll start using some of them. Goff is thrown down from a horse collar, but I know they don't throw the horse collar on quarterbacks who are getting ready to throw. That was what happened in the Eagles and Bills game last year, because there was a horrible horse collar on Jared Allen. But Jared Allen had become a runner at that point, and he was horse collared down, but the referee still didn't throw the flag because they said he was the passer. So I remember that. That was a bad. Eagles shouldn't have won that game. That was a game the Bills should have won, because the Eagles have sucked for 2 years. I don't know what. It wasn't just a sudden thing with the Eagles. They've sucked for 2 years. But 3rd and 17 now. It seems like the Lions, they get a chunk, goes back for penalty. You got to get that chunk back, and then it goes back for another sack. So. Not great. ELS, bit of a hot take in the chat here, saying Jalen Reed feels like the Packers wide receiver number 1. I wonder if a lot of people feel that way too. I'm not in tune with Packer Nation. Handoff here by the Lions on 3rd and 17. Seahawks take a timeout. 22 seconds left. The Lions are going to have to punt from their own end zone. So Seattle with 1 timeout. 22 seconds left. If they can get the ball within good field position, maybe they get a field goal and make this an 11-point game. Try to make it 21-10 before the half. As they will get the second half kickoff. So I think that's what they're thinking too. I'm sure you would have liked to have the touchdown. In which case then you could have come out in the second half to tie it. Seahawks play selection. 4 rushes, 23 passes. It seems like they have a preferred method of running with their offense here. And really no gain on the punt return. They're at the 40-yard, their own 40-yard line on the punt. 14 seconds left. They're going to have to really just kind of chuck it down the field and see what happens on this drive to see if they can get close to field goal range. Or maybe closer. You never know. DK Metcalf, he can break one. Maybe they do another hitchy woo-woo kind of play here. They do have another timeout, so if you happen to get stopped in bounds, as long as there's still a little bit of time left on the clock, you can get that timeout in there. Oh, I must have missed when they took another timeout, because they don't have a timeout remaining. So, I'll shut the fuck up. Geno Smith back, looks, throws over the middle for some reason. 11 seconds now left on the clock. That was incomplete. 2nd and 10. I don't know why you're throwing over the middle. If you don't have any timeouts, what are we doing? Geno Smith tonight is 16 for 23 for 160 yards. What's going on? The referee stopped the play. Oh, Hutchinson went down right before he got to the sideline. Is it a fake injury thing? I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, 11 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Seahawks. Geno Smith back. He's going to run it himself for some reason. 5 seconds left. The ball's at about the 50. Are they going to try to chuck it? ELS with the update here in the chat. You want to come join us in the chat? You are more than welcome to. Like, share, subscribe. Come join us in the chat. Come bullshit with us about football this weekend. How'd your team do? How's your fantasy team doing? Or you just want to talk maybe about Apple Crisp coffee, which is delicious stuff. You can do that as well. 5 seconds left. Geno Smith in shotgun from the Lions, 49-yard line. He steps back. Quick throw to the outside. Caught by Metcalf. Out of bounds. 2 seconds left. They are now at the 44-yard line. And they're going to go for a field goal, rather long field goal. Jason Myers, career long, 61 yards. That was all the way back in 2020. This one's going to be 62 in a dome. He's got a shot. Do the Lions take a timeout to try to ice him? Snap, hold, kick is no good, and it's short. It is taken by the Lions in the end zone. Here's running it out. Are they going to be able to do something with it? No. He gets it back to about the 22-yard line, but that is it. And we have reached halftime here in Detroit. The Lions lead the Seahawks 21-7. The Seahawks will get the ball first in the second half. Let's go ahead and... Oh, but there is a flag, though. Hold on. Everybody, hold on. Face mask against Seattle. And does that, once there's a change of possession, they become the defensive team. Half can't end on a defensive penalty. Are the Lions going to try to chuck it down? So it is not the end of the half yet. Personal foul, face mask on the Seahawks. Oh, the penalty is declined, and the half is over, so it is indeed over. All right, so then what were you doing, Dan? Come on. Stop fucking with us. Let's jump over here to the Miami game as we see it is 9-6, 9:02 left here in the third quarter. Mason Rudolph for the Titans under center from their own 30-yard line. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, slips a little bit in that Miami grass, completes it, and that is up to the 36-yard line. Titans will have 2nd and 4. Will Levis on the sideline. He's hearing the plays as well. He's trying to play along here. You know, it's always a good chance to learn. Always want to have a learning experience here, Mayo Man. So, yeah, pay attention. 2nd and 5. Hack. Actually, I thought it was. I thought it'd be 6 or 4, but they called him just 5. So, pitch from Rudolph, and that's going to get nowhere. Line of scrimmage is it for the Titans. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up here. Bryce, I hope to see you back here soon, man. Thank you so much for joining us. And you can come back anytime you would like. Bryce, right now, is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to donations, guys. Not that I'm saying it's a competition, because it's not. Again, any donations you guys give to us is greatly appreciated. Like, you have no idea how appreciated it is. So thank you so very much. But if you do want to donate, if you want to visit our merch store, links for those are in the description or also in the chat. You can scroll up in the chat a little bit. We have some of those up there as well. Big throw from Rudolph out of bounds there, trying to go to Hopkins. And there were a bunch of flags. It was incomplete, but there's a bunch of flags were thrown. That looks like that's going to be pass interference on the Dolphins. Coho with the flag thrown on him, and there were several. And yeah, he never looked back at the ball. He never. Yeah, that's interference. That's clearly interference. But yes, if you want to donate to the show, if you want to go shop at our merch store and pick up some stuff, if you want to join our Discord, links for that are in the description. They are also in the chat. If you want to go and scroll up a little bit, they're in there as well. In fact, I should probably pin those. Can I pin those? There's ways to pin these, right? Oh, shit, I'm getting rated. This is awesome. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Getting rated from Dino's Draft House. Love everybody. Thank you guys so much for helping us out here. Love you guys. Hi. The Strouds. Go Strouds. Strouds. This is awesome. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us here. It is halftime for the Seahawks game. We're also watching along here with the Dolphins and Titans at halftime. So thank you so very much. Man, wasn't expecting this. This is cool. If you want to join, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out immensely. Thank you guys so very much. You guys have no idea. There he is. There's that guy. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. A lot of Lions fans. Go Lions. Got a mini raid. Woo. We got the Go Strouds in there. I love it. Dino's Draft House. Love you guys. Thank you guys so very much. Smash that like button. I'm not sure if I'm that kind of YouTube guy, but hey, listen. If smashing a like button is what helps, I mean, it helps us out. It helps everybody out. It's great. Oh, this is your... Oh, thank you so much, ELS. This is great. Thank you guys so very much. Again, thank you for the... Yes, I put some work into the ticker. Thank you guys so very much. I try to put work in here. I try to work hard. I'm glad that some of it is being appreciated by you guys. Thank you so very much. ELS is the absolute man. Whether it's helping to give stats, whether it's helping with apple crisp coffee from Aldi's. Very delicious. Great recommendation. My man has been here since day one. He is an OG. So absolutely you got to give love to ELS for you guys. And yes, anybody else who's watching, go check out Dino's Draft House. Jump yourself over there. Again, I know I don't have nearly the impact quite yet, but you guys, thank you so much. This is great. Thank you for jumping in here, giving me a little bit of a raid, liking, sharing, subscribing, checking out all the links in the description. Just do whatever you want to do. That's fine. Thank you so very much. This is amazing. Thank you. All I can do is keep on saluting and thanking you so very much. Giants! G-Man! Oh, God, man. We should be 3-1. If it wasn't for Dable, I'm telling you, we should be 3-1. A couple of bad play calling, a couple of bad roster spot decisions, especially when it came to our kicker against Washington. Frustrating. It's frustrating being a Giants fan. It really is. But I'm going to be here every week watching the Giants anyway. So what are you going to do? That's why we're here. Who are we playing this week anyway? Because we will be here watching that. We're going to be we do live streaming. We watch every primetime NFL game Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. We're always here. And also any Giants game and Eagles game. As the other half of this channel, Jimbo, he is a big Eagles fan. So those are the games that we will always be watching and live streaming here. We also have our shows on Tuesday, The Countdown, which is our power ranking show where me and Jimbo rank our top 12 NFL teams each week. We have our main podcast show, the flagship show, Stay Tuned Sports. That is on Wednesdays. And on Fridays is the Friday Forecast, where we have our weekly prediction show and our picks, who we pick for the week in that week's games. So if you guys want to check that out, you hit the notification bell. Those will jump in there when those upload, like I said, along with whenever we do a live stream, that'll be there as well. Have I always been a Giants fan? Yes, since birth. I've been a Giants fan I'm 43 years old, just turned 43. I've been a Giants fan for 43 years. Grew up watching Phil Simms, and then I had to deal with Dave Brown and Danny Cannell and all of that wonderful nonsense. But watched Kerry Collins in that magical year in 2000, where we went and then lost the Super Bowl to the Ravens. I think anybody was going to lose to the Ravens that year. They were a different breed of team. But watched all that. Obviously, the 2007 year where we beat the 18-1 Patriots, thanks to us. You're welcome, everybody. So yeah, been a Giants fan since the Big Blue Wrecking Crew days, and Carl Banks and Lawrence Taylor, and all of that. ELS, I got to tell you, That was fantastic, brother. Thank you so very much, man. You have no idea what that means. Listen, I liked Kerry Collins. I dug Kerry Collins a bunch. I know he had his problems early on. Like he was, dealing with alcoholism and he was doing a whole bunch of other stuff. But he was able to turn that around. He became a very good, quality quarterback. And for the Giants that year, man, he was good. And that was the year where Fossil, I remember that Fossil came to the podium after one of our losses, and it wasn't looking good. And he came up there and said, "We will not lose another game, and we will make the playoffs." And I'm letting you know that right now that this is what we're doing. And sure enough, the Giants went on a hell of a run. We hosted the Vikings that year in the NFC Championship game, where everybody picked the Vikings. That was the Vikings year. Randy Moss was going nuts. I think they had. Was that Cunningham or Culpepper they had in 2000? I want to say Culpepper. But it might have been the end of Cunningham's career. I can't remember exactly. I want to say Culpepper, though. But like Randy Moss had a great year that year. They were the Vikings were everybody's favorite. And then the Giants destroyed them 41-0 at Giant Stadium. That was... I remember I watched it up at my brother's place. He had just moved up to East Stroudsburg in Pennsylvania. And we went up there to watch it at his place on his new giant screen TV. And that was fun. That was a hell of a day. A really good surprise season that was for the Giants. It sucks we lost the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. But that was a hell of a ride. That was a good team. The Giants had. In this Miami game, by the way, getting back to football after the raid, again, thank you guys so much for Dino's Draft House. And ELS helping out with the raid. Thank you. I really wasn't expecting that. I know people do the raids. I've seen the raids before. I've seen them from other channels that I've seen. I never thought I'd have that. I never thought that's something I would run across. So thank you so much for that, man. You have no idea how amazing that was. Thank you. I'm still kind of look at me. I got a smile on my face. That's pretty cool. Thank you so much, man. But anyway, I seem to have missed the Titans putting in some work. 16-6 now. The Dolphins are actually just punting from their possession. There is 4:23 left here in the third quarter. Tyreek Hill is pissed on the sidelines. And it looks like the Titans are kind of going to own this game as of now. Listen, I remember that game. And that was, again, that was another game where, well, that whole, because that was Favre's last game as a Packer. And that NFC Championship game, that whole playoff season, like, when we went to Tampa, they said Tampa was going to beat us. Everybody picked Tampa. Then we beat Tampa. We had to go to Dallas. And everybody's like, well, Tony Romo, Dallas, this is their time. They're set. They're ready to go. So Giants, good season, good surprise in Tampa, but you're not winning this one. And we go in there and we beat them. Then we have to go to Green Bay, and it's like, all right, no, you beat Dallas, but now you got to go to Green Bay, the number one seed, and now you got to deal with, negative 10-degree weather, and now you have to deal with Brett Favre and the Packers, and they, the Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra, you're not coming out of there. And sure enough, like, again, Tom Coughlin's face was purple. The Giants, the paint and the logos, like the vinyl logos and the paint that were on the helmet were flaking off and chipping off and all that. It was that cold. It was that kind of game. And then we get it to overtime, and Favre has another one of his Favre throws that he always seems to have one, at least one. And that one he saved, unfortunately, for overtime. Well, unfortunately for you guys, fortunately for me as a Giants fan, where we were able to get that and then got the field goal and got to go to the Super Bowl. That was an incredible day for me. Obviously not for your dad, unfortunately. But I mean, what a magical run that 2007 season was. And then getting there in 2008. Corey Webster, man. That Giants defense is a little underrated. I think overall, when you think about that time period, that was a special time. That Giants team for that 2007 up to 2011 when we won the second one against the Patriots, that Giants team was great. I really did enjoy them. Second half is underway here as Seattle has the ball at the 25-yard line. We've got to run over to the right. That's Kenny Walker, and he's going to get a couple of yards on that one. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. 5-yard gain there for Walker. The score is 21-7. Detroit currently leading over the undefeated 3-0 Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks trying to come back here, get back within a touchdown early on here in the second half. Favorite quarterback of all time? I grew up with him, so it's always going to be Phil Simms for me. That was my guy. Kenny Walker with a handoff. He's lucky. He might get back to the line of scrimmage. Might be a half a yard short of that anyway, but it's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up. Phil Simms was always my guy, always my quarterback as a kid growing up. I liked him. I liked all our defensive guys, clearly, like Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall, Lawrence Taylor, like all of that. Joe Morris, our running back, little short Joe Morris, Lionel Manuel. You think of that. But believe it or not, my favorite player was our offensive lineman, Benson. And I don't know if you'll, how deep into the lore you go. But here we go, 3rd and 5. It's going to be thrown. Caught by JSN there for the Seahawks, but he's going to be about half a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1, 4th and a half a yard, really. And Seattle, I mean, you can go for it, but you're deep in your own end. I don't know how risky you want to take that. Benson was the Giants player. He was an offensive lineman. Believe it or not, my favorite player as a kid, and still to this day, is an offensive lineman. But he used to fuck up his nose all the time, and he would put a Band-Aid on his nose and be blood all over it. And for some reason as a kid, I loved that. 4th and 1, they are going for it. They do a bit of an Eagles tush-push, and Geno Smith is going to get across the line. 1st down, Seahawks. Risky, but pays off. 1st and 10. So, yeah, weird. I get it. I'm a bit of a bit out there. But, yeah, even when I was a little tiny tot, Benson, offensive lineman for the Giants, with his Band-Aid on his nose. I used to go to school, like kindergarten, with a Band-Aid on my nose. And the teachers would, like, go to my mom and talk to my mom. I was like, is he okay? Did he hurt his nose? Like, what happened? And my mom had to explain to them that, no, just my favorite player, who was an offensive lineman for the New York Giants, always busted his nose up and always had the Band-Aid on his nose. So that's what I had to do. So that's my favorite New York Giant of all time. Crazy, I know. It's a little silly. 11:50 left here in the third quarter. Just started here. 2nd and 8 coming up here for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith in shotgun. He takes a snap back and looks, throws across the middle. Almost intercepted by the Detroit Lion. Davis with the defensive play there. That's why he does play defense, because he could not catch the ball. Third and 8 coming up here for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith in shotgun. He looks around. 3 on the play clock. He does take the snap. He's back. He looks. He throws. That's going to be caught by Tyler Lockett. I'm sorry, Metcalf. Not Lockett. That's 14, not 16. 16 was in the area. But it is a first down for Seattle, and they keep the ball moving down the field as they get closer and closer to Lions territory. Not quite there yet, but close. They're about their own 49-yard line, are the Seahawks. Metcalf has 6 catches for 83 yards tonight, and he's got 28 yards after catch, building up those yaks. Geno Smith again, shotgun, takes a snap, looks, throws off screen pass. That's off to Kenny Walker. He's going up the left side, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. Tiki Barber, listen, I liked Tiki Barber. I was a huge Tiki guy. I liked him. Especially once he figured out how to hold on to the ball and stop fumbling. Was a big fan of his. I remember for Christmas one year, I got my brother a Tiki signed Giants mini helmet, and I was like, that's going to be worth something someday. Like, he's going to be remembered as kind of like a Mr. Giant kind of guy. 2nd and 4, Geno Smith back, looks, throws across the middle. That's going to be caught. And a first down. Noah Fant. He was in pain at the end of the first half. He seems to be okay now. Maybe pumped him full of some Toradol. But that's a first down as the Seahawks now are in Lions territory. Love Tiki Barber, but then he retired and he kind of shit on the Giants and he shit on Eli Manning a lot, and that turned a lot of people off from him in the Giants fandom. And then a lot of the other stuff happened. He left his wife because he got one of his assistants on NBC's Today Show pregnant when he was doing that. And we have a pass and flags everywhere. Lions are pissed off, yelling at the officials because they're going to call pass interference against Davis on the Lions against Metcalf. And he's saying that there was just hand checking, that it wasn't happening. He is hot. He is hot. He's ready to fight a ref. Because that's going to be a big, big penalty. He's playing the ball. That's not interference. He's got his arm around the shoulder. I guess they haven't been calling that all game though. That's rough. That's rough. But that's going to be 1st and goal now from the 9. Big penalty there. Geno Smith rolls to his right. That's going to be caught and a touchdown. Seattle. First drive of the second half. They go down the field with the help of a bit of a penalty. A.J. Barner, backup tight end with the catch, with the score. And the Seahawks are right back into this game. Extra point set up on the left hash mark. Snap, hold, kick, up, good. That's going to be 14. So we have a 21-14 game here, Seattle. Right back into the game. That's what I'm saying, Eric. I think it's close. Like, he's looking back at the ball. He's playing the ball. And I'm going to be honest, in watching this game, the refs have let a lot of that go. They've been letting them hand check. DK Metcalf has been hand checking with the defenders. The defenders have been hand checking with him. It's been a lot of that. And to be honest, I've seen a lot worse from both sides, offense and defense, from DK Metcalf, from the receiver, from the cornerbacks there, and as far as contact that they didn't throw a flag on. So to kind of throw a flag on that, like, he didn't really impede his arms. He didn't hold his arm. He had his hand on his shoulder, yes, but I didn't see really any impediment to him trying to catch the ball. In fact, I don't know. I would have let that go. I would have let that go. And as a Packers fan, clearly you're going to root against the Lions. You can't root for a defense for a division rival. You can't do that. Like, yeah. Is it nice to see, like, kind of Washington have a little bit of a resurgence here with Jaden Daniels and how they're doing stuff? Yes. I mean, those fans need something after 25 years of Daniel Snyder and just the misery that they've had to deal with. The Washington football team, the Redskin Commanders, and their fans need something. So part of me is, yes, I'm happy to see that. But there's another part of me that's a Giants fan and says, fuck them. So, Bryce, welcome back, buddy. Great to see you. Seattle, right back into this game, man. Your Seahawks, 21-14, Lions with the lead. But we're going to see what happens. There's only a one touchdown game. Seattle within striking distance. But yeah, like you can't root for a division rival. You can't do that. So, like I said, am I happy to see like Washington doing well? Yes, but I'll never root for them. Like maybe, it's weird when you get the interdivisional rivalries. Like, you know, if Washington is playing Philadelphia, clearly I'm gonna root for Washington because I'll never root for the Eagles for anything. When it becomes a real challenge is when it's the Eagles and Cowboys. Because that one you're kind of rooting for the meteor. You don't want any of, you know, just let something hit the stadium and let it go. Let it end in a 0-0 tie in overtime, and neither team wins. Just leave it at that. Because I can't stand either one of them. So that one is, those Eagles Cowboy games are hard for a Giants fan to kind of watch, but we'll have to watch it because my podcast partner on here, Jimbo, he's a huge Eagles fan. So that's what we do. Listen, he watched the Giants and Cowboys this Thursday with me, so I know at some point I'm going to have to watch the Eagles and Cowboys and deal with that mess. But that'll be what it is. Man, I really don't know about that flag call. That pass interference call is bad. And you saw Davis. Davis was hot. Davis was hot about that call. 1st and 10 from the 30. Jared Goff back looks, throws out of the backfield. Woo! Oh my God, he's still running. Oh my God, he broke all those tackles. Montgomery looked like he was going to get a yard. He got hit, bounced off the tackle. Then it looked like he was going to get 5 yards. Appeared to be wrapped up. Bounced out of that. Runs all the way down the field. And now the Lions have the ball in Seattle territory from their start. It looks like he's there down at like the 32-yard line. Didn't wrap him up. He just bounced off that. Then it looks like he's going to be tripped at the 38-yard line. Nope. Breaks away from that. Keeps his balance. And now he's all the way down to the Seattle 30. What a hell of a play. Jared Goff under center. They hand it off this time. And this time Seattle wraps him the hell up. Only gets to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Jared Goff takes the snap on 2nd and 10. Back looks, throws across the middle. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be first down, and that's going to be a lot more. Down to the 10, down to the 6, down to maybe the 5. Patrick, the receiver, and the Lions have 1st and goal. So I'm thinking you might have to wait on the Seahawks tying this game there, Bryce, because the Lions look like they are ready to strike here. First and goal from the 7. Jared Goff under center. Man in motion, takes a snap, pitch out to Montgomery. Montgomery going to his right, gets to the line of scrimmage. No further, driven out of bounds. 2nd and goal. Man, I remember, dude, that Seahawks money line was that's what gave the parlay value, I think. But like, you got to hope maybe they got a turnover. You got to be hoping for a turnover here. Goff in shotgun, takes the snap on 2nd and 10. Pitches it to St. Brown. St. Brown, he's going to throw it back out to Goff. Caught! Touchdown! Jared Goff with the reception. Touchdown pass from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Jared Goff. What is that going to do on the fantasy points? Does St. Brown, does he get the quarterback points for that one? I have no idea how that's going to work. But that is a touchdown for the Detroit Lions. A little trickeration there from Dan Campbell. As the Lions look again with the extra point here to take a full 2-touchdown lead against the Seahawks. Snap, hold, kick is up. Did that one make it? It barely did. But it counts. Close enough for government work. And the Lions now have a 28-14 lead on the Seattle Seahawks. Listen, the thing you have to remember, though, there is still a lot of time. And Seattle has shown the ability to move the ball down the field. So this game is not over. This game isn't over. So, like, you know, for you, Bryce, like, it's, you know, it's not looking great right now. But then the other thing, too, is, like, you know, it's what was the spread on this game before it started? Do you remember, Bryce? Because maybe that would have been the way to go. I don't know if you would have gotten the same value for the parlay, though. But, I mean, clearly. I mean, they were a plus 1450 money line. But thank you guys so much for joining us in chat. We got Bryce, we got Eric, we got ELS in chat. Do you want to join us in chat as well? I'm sure you do. Come and join us. Chat is open. If you like what you're watching, like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. We have the links for the donation station. They're up further in the chat. They're also down in the description, as along with our Discord. I know it sucks. I got to say this all the time, but YouTube kind of punishes us if we don't. So I'm glad. But again, thank you guys so much. 28-14, third quarter here. The Lions are leading the Seahawks. And the other Monday night game, it is 19-6. Tennessee with the lead, just under 12 minutes in the fourth quarter there. At halftime, the over-under for that game was 25.5. So it's still under by the hook. If you had kind of taken a halftime bet, I was thinking about it. I didn't do a sprinkle on it. I was thinking about it. But we'll see. But Tennessee actually has second and goal. I don't know what the hell that was, but they got third and goal now. And they're looking to go ahead, because listen, this game might be already done anyway, considering it's a 13-point lead and a 2-touchdown lead against this Dolphins team. It seems like that's going to be insurmountable. But we'll see. Does Mason Rudolph get a touchdown pass here? He's going to, you know, we got DeAndre Hopkins on the field. Titans looking for their first win. And we have another dynamic touchback there in Detroit. Rudolph throws in the end zone. That bounces all the way around and caught by nobody. So that's incomplete. It's going to be fourth and goal for the Titans. And I guess they'll probably just go for the field goal. Because at this point, why not? Because any kind of points is going to be insurmountable for the Dolphins anyway. First and 10. ELS, thank you so much again for the numbers. Snoop Huntley, 9 of 15, 47 passing yards for the Dolphins. Not exactly the savior. Not exactly, you know, out-dueling Skylar Thompson. Is he? And again, he's a bad situation. He just got there. There's not like it's hard. Yeah, you can't blame Snoop Huntley for that situation that he got thrown into. It's really not his fault, but not great. First and 10, pitch to Kenny Walker, and Kenny Walker's run 40 down to the 49-yard line before he's pushed out. 19-yard run by Kenny Walker and the Seahawks again moving the ball. That's what I'm saying. Game far from over. Seahawks have the ability to push this ball down the field. 18-yard run. They took a yard back from him. I don't know why. But anyway, Geno Smith, he's going to pull this one down. Designed run himself, but he just slides down, doesn't want to get hit. So that's a gain of about a yard with the slide. 2nd and 8. They're going to give him 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming up here for Seattle from the dead center 50-yard line. Mason Rudolph, 9 of 17, 85 passing yards. So again, not doing too much better than Will Levis was doing or will do. 2nd and 8. Geno Smith and shotgun takes it. Oh, pocket collapses. He just throws the ball away. Is he out of the tackle box? Aiden Hutchinson with the pressure. No flag thrown. So they're saying receiver in the area. Hutchinson is a problem. He's a beast. Upset with himself. He wanted to get there quicker. 3rd and 8. Lions trying to stop the Seahawks here and get a punt. Geno is in shotgun once again. He takes the snap. He stands back, looks, pressure again. Can't get wrapped up. Takes a shot all the way down the field, and that's caught. And that's going to be a first down. JSN, because I really have a hard time with the last part of his name. Is it Njigba? Is the N silent? Is it just Jigba? Either way, JSN with the catch. That's a first down. Seattle keeps the ball moving. They are at the Lions' 39-yard line. Trips left. Geno Smith in shotgun. Calls for the snap. It's a handoff to Walker, who trips before the line of scrimmage, and then he tries to run backwards and slips down. He's going to lose 5 yards on the play. He hit the line of scrimmage as he slipped trying to get to the line, bounced off, tried to turn around and break it out to the right, but slipped again, fell to the turf, and since he reestablished himself, that's going to be a loss of 5 yards. That's the thing with Tua, man. I don't know. It's his decision. It's his choice what he wants to do. 2nd and 16 coming up here for the Seahawks from the Lions 45. Maybe the smart move for him is to retire. But again, it's his life. You can't tell him. That's going to be caught by Lockett. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 15-yard line. And that's going to be a first down for Seattle. Again, Seattle showing the ability to get past. This Lions defense is always this close. But the Seahawks are showing that ability to keep the ball moving, getting it downfield. And when you have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett on your team, you are never out of it. And now you have Kenny Walker back there again. That helps out tremendously. 1st and 10. Geno Smith throws into the end zone. He just throws that out of the back of the end zone. And we have a flag. We have a flag. Is that going to be intentional grounding? Is that going to be holding? What do we got? What do we got, Mr. Official? You love throwing the flags. We have a holding, and it's against the Lions. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. Seattle gets a fresh set, and they are just outside the 10-yard line now. And that's, again, I'm not sure about that call either. They both kind of are tripping on each other. Not really. Officials, but you know them, they love throwing the flags. It's about us. It's about the stripes. So 1st and 10, Geno Smith rolls out to his right, throws. That's going to be caught. Not a touchdown, but it's a first down to Bobo. Hey, Bobo. Hey, Bobo. And 1st and goal from the half-yard line for Seattle, upcoming right here. Here's the thing. The Dolphins might be, I don't know if they're going to pressure him or not to come back, but, it really is up to him what he wants to do. Seattle hands off to Kenny Walker. They're going to mark him short. Well, one is saying touchdown. One is not saying anything. What's the official call here? I don't think that's a touchdown. I don't think he crossed. Let's see. I think he's down there. Where's the ball? If the ball is still in his arm, that's not a touchdown. Are they going to review that? Or are they just going to say, all scoring plays are reviewed? because he has to jump over his own lineman. He gets tripped up, touched, and then he's down there. But where's the ball? Down there. That might be short. I don't want to put the touchdown graphic up yet until we know for sure. They're going to go for 2, but I guess it is indeed a touchdown. So it is a touchdown. There's no further review happening. I guess they're just doing that. So here we go. It is a touchdown, and we have a 2-point conversion attempt here. I don't know why, but here, Seattle's going to do what Seattle does. Geno Smith back, looks, throws to the corner. It's caught, but he's out. Out of bounds, says the official. So Metcalf does not get it, but we have a flag down too. Jesus. Flag. Flag on everybody. It's all about us, the Stripes. Pass interference on the Lions on the 2-point conversion attempt. Half the distance to the goal. Retry. On Davis again. Man, he is not going to be happy. What? I don't know. I don't know. Like, are they just target? And he catches that with the knee down? Is that? I think that might be good, too, on that. Anyway. But here we go again with another 2-point attempt. This time from the 1-yard line. And here comes Geno Smith. He looks. He throws again to the corner. And again, that's no good. So 2 chances at the 2-point attempt, and both fail. So, and Davis is talking to the official. Mr. Official, let me tell you something. This is how I'm doing it. I'm just touching his back. He's touching my back. There's no pulling. There's no grabbing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Mr. Official. That's what I'm saying. Dan Campbell's like, say they're just talking. You know, there's a couple guys just talking. Eric, thank you so much for joining us here. You have yourself a great night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, again, ELS, for the raid. Again, that was a wonderful surprise. Thank you so very much. That was very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a ton. And again, we're now even closer to getting to that 100 because of you, man. You got you're a real one. You're a true dog. Thank you so much, Eric. You have yourself a great night. And listen, join us anytime here during the live streams. We'll be back here on Thursday doing a live stream for what's that? Tampa and Atlanta is this Thursday, so that will be fun. Adios. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody else is out there watching, and I know you are, why not? I'm a handsome man. Who doesn't want to watch me talk about football? Thank you so very much. Come join us in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. We have our donation station and merch links down in the description and also up in the chat. In fact, let me go ahead. I know I'm going to be able to you got to be able to pin those, right? I don't know why I'm having such a trouble with that. Me and technology today have not been getting along. We had a bit of a snag early on in this game with the feed not working. But yeah, so we have the link to the donation station pinned up near the top of the comments, so you can go and see that there. We also have the merch link that is up near the top as well. If you want to scroll up and check that out as well, that'll help us out a bunch. And I do see that in the game here as well. ELS 4th and 6 now coming up for the Dolphins. And Snoop Huntley, he's going to take that, and it's going to be a first down near the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. as the Lions now have possession. I was going to say first and goal, but apparently there was a flag, illegal shift. Dolphins can't get out of their own way. First and 10 from the 30. Jared Goff under center. Fakes the handoff. Look back. Throw. Across the middle. Big play. Oh, he's got 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Detroit Lions. Williams with the catch. With the touchdown for the Lions. And all of a sudden, there you go. Jamison Williams. 70-yard touchdown reception. There's a flag down. We have a flag down. Hold on. Of course, big play. Got to have a flag because the officials, it's all about us. It's all about us. Are they calling unsportsmanlike conduct after? Come on. It's fucking nonsense. So the touchdown does count. It isn't. Can we stop with that? Like with the Jets, they Lazard got a first down yesterday for the Jets and went beep beep, and they threw a flag on that. So anyway, here comes the extra point from a little further back. The kick is up, and it is good, so it doesn't matter. 35 to 20. A full 15-point lead now for the Lions at the Seahawks went for 2 points for some reason. What a hell of a play, ELS, man. You're thinking, oh, the Lions going to go ahead and put together a long drive, eat us some clock, really grind us. Nope. We're just going to pass it. He's going to run up the field, 70-yard touchdown, and the Lions back to a 2-touchdown lead. Man, if you took the over in this game, congratulations, because it is certainly paying off. 55 total points so far scored in this game. The Dolphins, holy shit, did the Dolphins score a touchdown? Holy shit, the Dolphins scored a touchdown. They might go for 2. If they go for 2, they'll be down 8 and only be down 1 possession, which again is a lot. But they can do it. There's 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game. Dolphins looking to get this to within 1 possession, going for the 2 points. Dude, the refs give a flag on fucking everything. It's the worst. Every time there's a big play, every time there's something, you got to look around and you can't get excited about it because you got to wait for the flag. Where's the flag coming? It's such a pain in the dick. Snoop Hundley on a 2-point conversion throws. It is picked off in the end zone. No good. So a 10-point lead still for Tennessee with 3:36 left. 2-possession game. That might just be it for Miami. Yeah. Miami made a pretty good go of it. They had a pretty good chance, but they just seemed to just run out of time. Ooh, Tyreek Hill mad on the sideline. He's so mad. Tyreek's so mad. Meanwhile, Detroit very happy on the sideline after that 1-play, 70-yard drive. If you can call it, it's a play. It's a 70-yard play. Goes down as a drive. But it really wasn't a drive. It was just a play. Seattle's going to get a dynamic kickoff here. Probably going to be a dynamic touchback. No, there's no reason. Listen, the starting Tyreek Hill is not a wasn't enough. I mean, considering the Dolphins quarterback situation, considering just the situation the Dolphins are in from an injury standpoint, yeah, you can't start Tyreek. And I'm sure it's frustrating for him. I'm sure it's frustrating for the people who want to, who are Dolphins fans or people that are like, man, he should be getting a lot more numbers than he is. But injuries are what they are. And if you don't have a quarterback, what the Dolphins don't, there's nothing you can do. 1st and 10, Geno Smith out of the backfield, just gets it off, floats it to Kenneth Walker, and Kenny Walker's going to get about 6 yards on that play. As Hutchinson, again, looks to the top of the dome, saying, what do I got to do to get a sack here? Comes off the end and just isn't able to get the wrap up there on Geno Smith. As we get a look at the Dolphins cheerleaders in the other game, and that is never a bad thing. 2nd and 3, so I actually got 7, not 6 there for Kenny Walker. That's going to be thrown, caught by Lockett. That's going to be for a first down. It's about a 5-yard gain. As Seattle moves the ball. About 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lions with a 35-20 lead over the 3-0 Seattle Seahawks. Hutchinson lines up on the edge. Geno Smith, empty backfield. He walks up to the line. Appears to be changing the play, calling a bit of an audible. Kenny Walker in motion now. Comes back into the backfield with Geno Smith. Smith steps back into the shotgun. Hands it off to Kenneth Walker. Kenny Walker, he breaks it to the 50. First down and more to the 40. Spins around, gets to the 35, and that is where he will be brought down. First down, Seahawks, as they are now in Detroit territory at the Detroit 35-yard line. Your brother, the Jameson, it's 70-yard touchdown receptions will do that. They will do that, like we saw last night with the Derrick Henry 87-yard run on the first play that they had. Had your one team in your fantasy league win their game just because of that. Your brother, he goes ahead and gets the comeback on fantasy win thanks to Jameson Williams. You got to figure he's like, I got Jameson Williams. He'll be good. He'll be able to get things like that. We have an injured player down in Detroit, so that game will be going to a timeout here. You're thinking that's a good, solid player. Will give you some good, solid fantasy points. And next thing you know, he pulls off a 70-yard touchdown reception. There you go. That's a way to win a game. That's a way to win a fantasy game right there. 4th and 8 for Tennessee coming up here. Down in Miami. 2:42 left in that game. Miami out of timeouts. Braxton Berrios and his flabby white cheeks waiting back there to catch the ball. Unfortunately, his cheeks were exposed against the Seahawks last week. That kick, that punt is going to drop right down there at about the 7-yard line. So the Dolphins have 2:33, no timeouts. They have to go down the field about 97 yards? Yeah, about 97 yards. 93, no, because they're on a 7, so it's by 93. About 93 yards. And then they have to get an onside kick and go down the field and try to get either a field goal to tie it or if they can get closer to win it. But again, they have no timeouts and only 2:33, and they've been able to do really nothing all game anyway. So, will the Dolphins be able to pull off a hell of a miracle here? Stranger things have happened this season so far. This would be a crazy, wacky way to end Week 4. Snoop Huntley almost... Oh, that's a pick. I think that's a pick. They're going to say no. Snoop Huntley almost got sacked in the end zone for a safety. I thought that was picked. I thought he was in. It was picked. There's a flag. Confusion down. Those refs down in Miami have sucked all that. I think that's why they put that crew down there, because they're fucking terrible. Maybe not as bad as the ones that were reffing the Giants game with the Cowboys on Thursday, but they seem to be pretty fucking bad. They're calling it intentional grounding, but I think it was a pick, so it can't be grounding if it's a pick. 1st and 10. Geno Smith, pocket collapses. The ball is loose. He fumbles the ball. That's going to be jumped on by the Seahawks offensive line. I think that comes back to the spot of the fumble because you can't advance the fumble. Can't have the holy roller play, thanks to the Raiders. Was he down? I don't know. That seemed to be kind of out. Are they going to call incomplete pass? Was that a fumble? Was he down? There's a couple different ways to look at that. Geno Smith in shotgun, takes a snap, back, looks, throws. He's going to have over the middle. That's again caught. That's going to be a big gain down to the 21-yard line. And that's going to be another Seahawks first down again as they move the ball. They have not had a problem in moving the ball. That was Geno Jr. with the reception and return. So a 12-point game now for Tennessee. Thank you again for the safety in the Tennessee game. And again, the officials are having another conversation. Again, like, this game has been horrendous from an officiating standpoint. I mean, it's been a horrendous game to watch too. Don't get me wrong; it's been horrendous from a playing standpoint, but it's also been horrendous from from an officiate. Like, the officials have no idea what's going on. They don't know what to do. There's been so many delays, useless delays in this game. I don't even know what happened in that game. I don't know what I'm trying to watch the Miami game and try to figure out what the hell was going on with the safety punt and what they called and why is it all the way down at the I don't know. I gave up. I mean, that game is ass anyway. So talk about booty cheeks. Anyway, 1st and 10, fourth quarter just underway here. Geno Smith back, looks, throws, and then out of the hands of Kenny Walker. You're gonna be 2nd and 10. Yeah, I can't tell you. I don't know what's going on in that game. But Tennessee, they got the safety. Whatever happened with the safety punt, I don't know. But now they're in scoring distance again. It appears like they're going to get another touchdown and just make this a big blowout. Not that it really was, but hey, looks good on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Geno Smith pitches back to Kenny Walker. He's going to break it out to his right. He goes out to the 10, to the 5. That's going to be a touchdown. Seattle still fighting this game. Now they have to go for 2 just to make it a 1-touchdown game. Again, there was no reason to go for 2 last time, but, Seattle's stupid, so what are you going to do? But it is a touchdown for Seattle. No, they're not going for 2 now. Then why did you go? Some of these coaches, man, I don't know. Snap, hold, kick, up. That's good. So an 8-point game here in Detroit. 1 possession, 35-27, the Lions and the Seahawks. And I remember going into this game saying this was where we're going to find out where the Seahawks are. Like, we didn't know who they were. We're not quite sure the identity of the team. We're not sure about a lot when it comes to them. But this seems like, I'll say this. Maybe, they're not as good as maybe some people thought defensively. But they're hanging with the Detroit Lions, which is a lot of people's favorites in the NFC, if not just like one of the top teams in the NFC that people have picked. And they're hanging with them, and that was my thing. I was like, if Seattle can keep this game close, if not win it outright, if they can keep it close and make it like, yeah, this is a battle, tough, grinded out win. Even with a loss, they might jump into my power rankings, and I think into a lot of people's power rankings. I think like, hey, the Seahawks actually might be legit. And right now, I'll say this at the beginning of the 4th quarter, the Seahawks might be legit. I think that's something we need to consider here. Another dynamic touchback, and the Lions will take over at the 30-yard line. Again, Lions looking to go ahead and extend this to a 2-possession game. Seahawks defense trying to keep it at 8 points. And hopefully with their next possession, they would like to go ahead and tie this game up. 14-48, 4th quarter just started. Goff back, hands it off. And Gibbs is going to get about a 7-yard gain. Safety Julian Love for the Seahawks. He is listed as out now for the rest of the game with a thigh injury. 2nd and 3. Goff under center. Takes the snap. We have a handoff. And that's going to be a gain of about a yard, maybe 2. And it's going to be 3rd and short coming up here for the Lions. Third and 1. Goff under center. Yet again, man in motion. That's a pitch out, and that's going to be stopped for a 2-yard loss. Lions are going to have to punt. So the Seahawks defense stiffens up like they're watching a Sidney Sweeney movie and get the Lions to punt. Montgomery could not turn the corner against the Seattle defense there. So Seattle gets a 3-and-out when they desperately needed it too. And again, it's only a 1-possession game. Seattle can tie the game on this possession. Fair caught at the 21-yard line on the punt, and that is where they will take over. Big stop for the Seahawks, ELS. Big, big, big stop. And all of a sudden, our boy Bryce, his parlay, still very much alive. Still very much alive. That parlay. He had the Seahawks money line. He had Washington, I think. He had Minnesota. those two came to fruition, and Seattle was the iffy one. Plus 1450 on the money line. Big value. Still alive for it. Doesn't matter how much you win by. They can win by a point. Doesn't matter. If they win, it hits. So Bryce could be making some pretty significant money. I think he said, what did he put, 500 on it? Did he have 500 on that bet? Let me scroll up. I know he said it. Let me see. Yeah, he put 500 on the three-leg. He had the Vikings money line, Commanders money line, and Seahawks money line. For a total of a plus 1450. Tennessee got a touchdown there on 4th and goal, 31-12 with 24 seconds left. That's just a little twist of the knife there. Tennessee, big win. Their first win over Miami, and I think it's time for, if you're a Miami fan, you got to figure this season might just be, unfortunately, a wash. And it just is. It is what it is. It's a shame what happened to it. It's a shame what happened to everything else, but it's just, covered by injuries. You didn't have a backup quarterback set. I don't know why you got rid of Mike White in the offseason. I mean, I think that, Mike White has shown himself, especially when he was with the Jets, has shown himself to be a very capable backup quarterback that can steal you some wins where you need it and be sufficient in getting the ball where it needs to be and not making mistakes, as I bounce my camera around here. I'll tell you what. It's not looking good if you're a Dolphins fan. Poor Frank the Tank. First and 10 out of the backfield. It's going to be a gain of about 2 yards. Let's check in. Hey, Frank, what's going on? Frank's not happy. Frank's not happy with the Dolphins. Although his Mets made the playoffs today. So, Frank, calm down. You're all right. Yeah, I think for the Dolphins, I think this season it's a shame that 4 weeks is already a wash, but I think it is. Geno Smith play action out of the backfield. That's going to be a first down and more. As my man Bauer there tries to hurdle some people. Barner, sorry, I don't know why I said Bauer. Barner tries to hurdle some people there. Landed hard on his shoulder, but it's a first down. As Seattle is continuing to show that they can move against this Detroit defense. Geno Smith, 30 for 40, 311 yards and a touchdown so far in this game. Not a bad stat line for Geno Smith. Handoff for the Seahawks. That's going to be a gain of 12 and a first down. Seahawks gaining a lot of momentum here in the second half. Charbonnet with the carry. Charbonnet. He's like a fine wine. He's like a Frenchman running the ball. He's so sweet like wine. I apologize to I don't apologize to the French. What the fuck am I talking about? First and 10. Geno Smith back to throw. That's going to be completed to JSN. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain for the Seahawks. As they are in Lions territory, and they are moving it. Pardon me. 10:45 left here in the fourth quarter in Detroit. 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Seahawks. Geno Smith under center for one of the few times tonight. Under 5 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Pitches it. That is again to Charbonnet, and that's going to be another Seahawks first down. And here comes a flag. Flags all around. Everyone gets a flag around these days. If you want to play the game, you have to deal with the flags that are coming out every single play. 'Cause they love throwing the flags. Refs love throwing the flags. If you don't know that they love it, they do. They're throwing flags on them. They're throwing them at you. It's the flags. Oh, don't you know we're not here to watch the football players play or the score. We're here to see the stripes throw the flags as far as they can. Sorry. 2nd and 9 now coming up here for Seattle after that holding call. Pass out to Charbonnet to the left. Charbonnet, man, he slips up. He gets about 7 on the play. 3rd and 2, I think, coming up. If he doesn't slip it, probably is the first down. Just kind of got shoestring there. 3rd and 3, actually. I thought 3rd and 2. They're saying 3rd and 3 coming up here. For Seattle from Detroit's 39-yard line. Play clock under 5. Geno gets the snap. He throws. Incomplete. Tried to squeeze it in to lock it. Does not get there. 4th and 3. It'll be about, I want to say, a 56-yard field goal, perhaps. 54, 56, something like that, if they want to go for it. And they will not be going for it. They are going for the... they're going for it on 4th down, not for the field goal, but for the 1st down. Geno Smith takes the snap. He's back. He looks. He throws. That's caught by JSN. That's in. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got the flags because that's why we're here. Throw the flags, Mr. Officials. Please throw more. That's why we're here. That's why I stream. That's the reason I stream these games. I don't give a fuck about these teams. It's about you, Mr. Officials, and your stripes. All your pretty stripes and those beautiful yellow flags. I can't get enough of them. Throw more, please. Throw more of them, please. We love it. We, as the viewing public, request more of these flags. How dare you not throw more? Pass interference on Tyler Lockett. So that negates the 1st down play. So now it's 4th and 13, and now the Seahawks will punt. Geno Smith letting them know. I'm really fucking tired of this shit. The officials are making the game fucking unwatchable. Unfucking watchable. And here's another flag. I don't even give a shit if it's a false start now anymore. Stop throwing the goddamn flags! Punts away, 4th and 18. That's going into the end zone for a touchback. This is fucking horrendous. Or no, did the play start? Did they even get the playoff? No, that punt doesn't count. That's why nobody was there. What the? Fourth and 18. Here's the punt from Seattle. And boy, close to a coffin corner, but I think that bounced into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. NFL officials are making the game unwatchable. This game is unwatchable. I don't mean this particular game. I mean the game of football. I mean the game of American football, NFL football is fucking unwatchable because of the goddamn officials and just everything. Flag. Hey, we're going to throw flag. What's this? Let's throw another flag. Hey, guys, what's that? Somebody breathed? Flag. Oh, was there a decent play? Flag. Was there a good play? Flag. Was there a good defensive play? Guess what? That's a flag. Was there a good offensive play? Flag. Was there something? Oh, flag. Was there a field goal? Flag. Long field goal? Flag. Oh, did the coach say something? Flag. Oh, did you celebrate a first down? Flag. Did you celebrate a touchdown? Flag. Did you celebrate the birth of your child? Flag. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Big throw over the middle by Goff, and that's going to be caught. And a first down, big gain down to, I want to say, their 47-yard line. That's caught by Patrick. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Lions. Sorry to get a little frustrated, but man, these officials are, it's just been grinding on my last nerve. If you have any thoughts about that, jump in the chat, let me know. If you like what you're watching, I don't know if you like watching me have a complete meltdown about the officials, but if you do, like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. Thank you so much. Handoff on 1st and 10. Was that Gibbs or Montgomery? I haven't seen a number yet, but they do get into Seattle territory right about their 49-yard line. I want to say it's about a 3-yard gain for Detroit on 1st down. Goff has not missed a pass so far. 12 for 12 in the first half, 4 for 4 in the second half. He's got over 200 yards passing. Second and 7. Watch, that's going to be the announcer jinx. I'm the announcer jinx now. There's a handoff here. Oh, big hole up the middle on 2nd and 7, and that's going to be a gain of 8 and a first down for Gibbs. A little bit of holding there in the Detroit offensive line. No call, but at least there was. Listen, like I said, no more flags. Stop with the fucking. I don't care if it's fucking obvious at this point. Stop with the fucking flags. 1st and 10. Play action. Goff passes. Is that Laporta? I don't know, but that's a big gain down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10. And the Lions will go ahead, and that is where they will. I think it'll be 1st and goal. And that was Laporta, indeed. With the reception, as the Lions are going to look to take another 2-touchdown lead. 6:20 left here in the fourth quarter. 1st and goal for the Lions from the 10. Goff in shotgun, empty backfield. Takes a snap, looks, throws for the corner of the end zone. Nobody there, but see if you can guess it with me. Pass interference on the Lions tight end, Brock Wright. As I punch the mic. .6:13 left. Still 1st and goal for the Lions, just from a little further back. From the 20-yard line now. 1st and goal. Goff takes the snap, pitches it out to Gibbs, and he's going to get to about the 11.5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from about the 11-yard line. ELS sharing some more stats with us here in the chat. Mike Evans, he's joining Hall of Famers Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith as the only non-kickers in NFL history to lead a franchise in points scored. And I think it was known even before he signed his contract extension in Tampa, Mike Evans kind of was already Mr. Buccaneer. And again, he's just extending that legend now down there. Second and goal, handoff from Goff. And that's going to be a gain of about 3 yards on that play. So we have third and goal from about the 9-yard line now for the Detroit Lions, looking to take a 2-touchdown lead. Seattle takes a timeout with 5:29 left here. Trying to conserve some time. As I'm trying to get over my frustration with the officials. Thanks for joining us, by the way, for everybody. It's been a fun game. We got rated today, thanks to our boy ELS in the chat. We got rated by Dino's Draft House, which was fun. Had a lot of people in here for real quick at halftime. I love the raids. I always saw them happen with other channels. I never thought it would happen with us. That's pretty cool. Third and goal. Jared Goff back, looks, throws, and that is. Did he catch that? Did he catch that and get his feet down? The officials are conversing. And we're seeing they're putting I don't see anybody put the arms up yet, but the graphic on the television says touchdown, so the graphic goes on here to say touchdown. That's what we do. That is a catch, and it is indeed 2 feet down by St. Brown. That is a catch. I'm not sure how that's going to affect your game there, ELS. But that is indeed a touchdown. 7 plays for the Lions on that drive. The kick is up, and it is good. It is now 42-27 Detroit over Seattle. Can Seattle come back? It's a 2-possession game, 2-touchdown game. Can Seattle pull off a miracle? Maybe, if the officials let them. Again, the officials, and again, I'm not saying it's against this, because the officials have really fucked over the Lions, too. One of the Seahawks touchdowns came after a pass interference call that really wasn't pass interference, especially where they were calling the game earlier. So, after that Hamon-Ra St. Brown touchdown, you are leading by 35.7 points in your fantasy league there, ELS. Man, I'll tell you what, that still seems good. And with 5 minutes left to go here, I think you're pretty safe. I think it's okay to say that you're gonna win. You're gonna win this week in your fantasy team, so that's good. Congratulations on that. If you'd like to join us in the chat and join ELS here in the chat, Bryce might be coming back soon here. We'll see to see how his the end of his Seahawks bet here his parlay going. He needed the Seahawks to win. He bet them on the money line. Might be close, but hey, listen, stranger things have happened. There's still some time, and the Seahawks have shown the ability to have a quick strike. So we'll see if that happens. But if you want to join us here in the chat, you want to join us here every time we go live, doing a live stream, watching these games, the watch-alongs that we do on Thursday, on Sundays, on Sunday nights, and on Monday nights. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you click on the all notifications tab on the little thing, because it's got the drop down now, and you can do all that kind of shit, but whatever. Just hit that. We have the links to our donation station and merch store in the description. We also have it here in the chat. We have the donation station pinned up at the top. If you want to help us out there, that helps. Bryce right now is the leader in the clubhouse as far as donations. He helped us. He donated $5. You can do so as well and help us out there. The link to our donation station there in the chat, in the description, all that helps. Our Discord link is down there as well if you want to say hello in the Discord. It's a little quiet in there right now because, again, it's kind of brand new. So if you want to go in there and make it lively, make it poppin', you can go ahead and do so. I was going to say 3-1 in fantasy. That's a good way to start. That's a great way to start the season. And you're in a good spot. Just make sure you're keeping an eye on the waiver wire. Make sure you're keeping an eye on injuries. Make sure you're keeping an eye on trends and how you guys are doing, and stay ahead of it. Oh, and I don't know why I still had the Seahawks put there. I think did I switch it or not? I don't know. Well, either way, the Seahawks got possession now. I think I was so wrapped up in my referee meltdown that I forgot to switch the possession ball over to Detroit on the last drive. But it doesn't matter. Detroit. It's been that kind of night, folks. It has been that kind of night. But the Seahawks, 27. Detroit, 42. Seahawks from their own 30. 1st and 10. 5:23 left here in the game. Geno Smith takes the snap back. Look, steps up in the pocket, and he is finally sacked by Detroit. Oh, the ball comes loose. Seattle recovers. Almost disaster for the Seahawks. Still not great. 2nd and 12. 20 team. You have a 20-team league, and you're 3-1 right now. You're in a good spot. Just maintain, brother. You maintain. You're going to be doing good. You're going to be doing real good. 2nd and 12. Geno Smith back, looks, throws. He's going to get Kenny Walker to his left, and that's going to be a 1st down. 13-yard gain on 2nd and 12. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. As we are at 4:34. 3, 2, 1. 4:30 as the clock is running here. 1st and 10 from just, it said, the 40-yard line. Geno Smith takes the snap back, looks, throws across the middle. That's going to be caught. 1st down by Tyler Lockett, and the Seahawks are in Lions territory at about the 46-yard line of the Detroit Lions. .402, 401, 4 minutes, clock running. Geno Smith takes the snap back, looks, throws, tries to throw backside there to JSN, and it falls. Incomplete. Clock stops with 3:54 left here in the 4th quarter. Seahawks trying to get a quick strike, might have to kick an onside kick. 3:54, as I had mentioned. 2nd and 10. Geno Smith takes the snap back, looks, throws again to the left side. That's going to be caught by Noah Fant right at the sticks, but it is in bounds. Clock is going to run, and that's the first. Oh, they're calling him short? That's a terrible spot. What are we doing? Catch, ball. That's a 1st down. Are you out of your mind? What the fuck is wrong with these officials? Am I losing my mind? Oh, they did call it 1st and 10. Finally. Fucking Christ. Thank you, replay review, review assist, whatever, replay assist. Thank you. So 1st and 10, Geno Smith throws to JSN. He gets about a 3-yard gain as we are ticking down. 3:07, 3:06, 3:05 here in the 4th quarter. Only about a 2-3-yard gain on that play. I got to tell you, ELS, man, these officials are driving me up a wall. 2nd and 6. And there's flags. Geno Smith running for his life out of the pocket, throws down the field into the end zone. And there's all kinds of flags down there, and none are thrown there. There were flags thrown at the line of scrimmage, at the snap, and now, like, Derek Metcalf is getting up, or DK Metcalf, I don't know why I said Derek, but DK Metcalf is talking to the official, like, what are you doing? He just tackled me. That's encroachment on Detroit. That was the call for that one. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty for being in the neutral zone. And he was slightly in the neutral zone, so fine. I get that. And then that is, he kind of just fell to his knees. All right, fine. But here's the thing. If you're going to, you don't call that one. But then on the one from the 3rd quarter that was basically gave him a 50-yard play and put them in a 1st and goal situation, you called that a pass interference, and that one was less than what that one was. So why, again, I don't know how to get the officials, man. I don't know. That is thrown to Bobo. Bobo gets it, and he gets it down to the 19-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Seahawks. 2:40 left, and that, of course, stops the clock since he's out of bounds. Seahawks driving here. They have 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. If they score here, they might look to onside kick. Geno Smith takes the snap. Pocket collapses, but he rushes out to his right. He's now going to pull it down. He's going to run it all the way down to the 8-yard line. First down. But fucking say it with me! There's a flag! Any play that happens, there's got to be a flag. Because it's all about the officials. I think they picked it up because he got the first down, so it was incomplete. It was holding. Okay, that's fine. But still. At this point, like I said, I don't care if they're obvious anymore. Put the fucking flags away. You're throwing enough. There should be a limit. The officials should have like a set limit of flags, and if they run through it early in the game, then you can't throw it for anything in the rest of the game. And then just have it be madness for the rest. First and goal for the Seahawks. That was tipped at the line. Incomplete. Second and goal coming up. Geno Smith kind of got knocked on his ass. That's kind of how I want to do it now. Have the officials you have a set amount of flags that you can throw. Let's call it 12. We'll say 12. I'll say you have 12 flags that you can throw for a game. You throw 12 flags in the first quarter and a half. Guess what? You're done. Now these teams can just murder each other the rest of the game. That'll make shit interesting. Second and goal from the 3.5-yard line. Geno Smith back looks, throws to the end zone. Almost picked off. Should have been picked off by the Lions. Looks like sunshine there. 2:25. Anzalone, gabagool. It slipped through his hands like a big pizza mozzarella. That's what I'm saying, ELS. 7, 10, maybe 12 flags. That's it. That's all you get. Use them wisely. Third and goal. Geno Smith back. Looks, got time. He's got time. He throws across his body. Incomplete in the end zone. And it's going to be 4th and goal. Clearly, they have to go for it. Almost picked off. That one, you could have called some pass interference on that one. There was more pass interference on both of them, to tell you the truth. DK Metcalf and on the defender there. I think that's Davis. You could have called it on both of them. But how, again, that one doesn't get a flag, but the one from the third quarter that gave 1st and goal to the Seahawks, that one was. Like, no consistency, and that bothers me. 4th and goal, Geno takes a snap, throws. That's going to be out of the back of the end zone. Overthrown. Looking for Tyler Lockett. That's incomplete. That's going to be the game. Lions take over. 2:09 left. Seahawks only have 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. They'll be lucky if they can get the ball back and force a punt. But even so, they would have to basically score in one play, then get an onside kick, and still have no timeouts, and then have to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It's a long way to go. It's a lot of using math, a little bit of quantum mechanics here, maybe. I don't know, but it's not looking promising right now for the Seahawks of Seattle. So now 1st and 10 from their own 3.5-yard line. Goff under center. Lions hand it off. And they get about a half a yard on the carry. And that is going to be a timeout from the Seahawks. So they're spending it now even before the 2-minute warning. we're going to see. We're going to see if they can go ahead and stop the Lions here. Geno Smith, a little distraught on the sidelines, a little upset. Maybe at himself, maybe at the officials, maybe a little column A, maybe a little column B. Jared Goff back looking to throw, and he gets taken down in the end zone. That's a safety. They're going to say that he got out. There's no way he got out of the end zone. There's no way. Where's the ball? Ooh, boy, he did. He, smart play, just got it and broke this. Oh, wow. Almost disaster for the Lions. 3rd and 13 from their own 1-inch line. Coming up 1:57. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Seahawks still have 1 timeout. Goff with the heads-up play to make sure the ball broke the plane out of the end zone. But, oh my God. That was close. Oh, wait, I forgot. I didn't even check the rankings. Alabama is number 1 this week? They knocked Texas out of number 1? I mean, yeah, you beat Georgia, but you also let Georgia come all the way back. Like, that's, like, maybe number 2. I'd have left them at 2. I know Texas didn't play anybody. They played Ole Miss, or Miss State. But I don't know. Georgia goes all the way down to 5, but Georgia was 2. And again, I think the only reason they're down at 5 is because they came all the way back. That's what I mean. So they weren't going to drop that far. But Alabama is number 1? I don't know about that. I don't know about having Bama number 1. Oregon is 6. Penn State, fuck Penn State. Penn State 7, no. They're playing UCLA. They should, knowing them, they should win that. Miami still 8. Miami needed the refs to win against Virginia Tech, who lost against Rutgers. And Miami's ranked 8th? That's weak. That's weak. Missouri 9. Missouri's fought. They've had a couple of tight games. Boston College has given everybody fits. So I'll give Missouri. Missouri 9 is okay. I think they were 9 last week too, so they've kind of stayed neutral, which is fine. Oh, they reversed it. They said safety. Now they're saying it is a safety. But what? No part of him was down. What's the call? He got it out. But because he brought it back in before he was down. Okay, all right. So now it's interesting. I thought he had gotten it out far enough, but then as he's falling, he brings it back in before his knee comes down. So the nose of the ball breaks the plane of the goal line as the knee finally does hit. So it was a smart play, and then it wasn't. So, all right, good review by the officials. I'll give them that. So now, and they moved the clock back to 2:01. So we're not at the 2-minute warning yet, even though we were, which means that we're going to have another 2-minute warning, which means we're going to have another commercial break. So we'll be able to sit here and talk about college football for a little longer. Louisville dropped to 22 after the loss to Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I believe, has an off week this week. So I don't know what... I'd have to look. I got to go look at the rankings and see what they are. But anyway, safety punt coming up here. The Lions are going to go ahead and punt it away to the Seahawks. Well, they were going to need a 2-point conversion if the score was the same. Now that they have, they only need to, if they score 2 touchdowns, they win. 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points, they win the game. And they may have a dynamic return down to the 50, down to the 45-yard line, but there's a flag. Why get excited? Why get excited? Why get excited? Why get excited about any play? Holding, yeah, why get... I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Why do I watch football? Why? Why do we care? Let's get excited for football and watch the referees throw a flag on every fucking play. First and 10 from the 20. Geno Smith back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks. Surveys the field. Throws. Caught at the 40-yard line by DK Metcalf. And that's going to be first and 10 for the Seahawks. 1:48 left as he's out of bounds, so that stops the clock. Seahawks, 1 timeout remaining. I don't think going for 2 doesn't make sense. Going for 2, it doesn't get you any. It doesn't get you like 3 points. Geno Smith takes a snap. Pocket collapses. He's going to run it himself. He's going to run it past the 50. First down. Slides down. Clock is going to run. Clock is running. He gets up. They're rushing to the line. 135, 134, 133, 132. Lots of time. Coming off the clock. 29, 28, 27, 126, 125, 124, 123, 122, 121, 120, 119. Jesus, they finally snap it. Geno throws. That one's just going to go out of bounds. Clock finally stops at 116. Lots of time wasted. Notre Dame only moved up 2 spots. Boo. Second and 10. Geno in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Pocket collapses again. Throws over the middle. And that's going to short hop it. And there's a flag. After Bobo asked for one, he gets it. First and 10. Now from the Lions' 35-yard line. 1:11 left in the game. Geno Smith steps up in the pocket. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. Above everybody's head. Second and 10. 1:06 left on the clock. And I'm getting upset now that I even created a flag graphic. And of all the games for me to stop, like I was like, oh, I'll put the flag counter away. I missed like the first drive or so. I didn't know. Oh, I'll put the flag counter away. Man, should not have done that. Should not have done that. I would have been fucking every fucking down. There's a flag in this game. And I count every flag. I don't count it. I'm not one that like, oh, I only count it if it's accepted. I count every flag that's thrown because every one is a fucking stoppage of play, fucks up something, does everything like that. It fucking bothers me. And so here we are. Like it's annoying. It's so annoying, and it's been the first 4 weeks have been terrible because of the officials, and they're just constant throwing of the goddamn flags. And now they're going to sit here and have a conversation. And we're going to talk about what flag is this? Should this flag come up? You see them like tying each other's flags and like, oh, yeah, no, the flag's getting worn out. We might have to get new flags because you keep on fucking throwing them 70 fucking times a game. 1st and 10 from the Lions 20. .106, Geno Smith, 38 for 55. Jesus Christ, 395 yards. Of course, you throw that much, you're going to have that many yards. Takes a snap, back, looks, throws. It's going to be in the end zone, and that's going to be almost. And was it intercepted? It was indeed intercepted. Wasn't sure if he dropped it or not. We see it from the official. That is indeed an interception. With 1 minute left to go, Seattle has one timeout. That will kill the game, finally. Hand underneath it. Hand underneath it. It doesn't touch the ground. He does a good job of making sure that ball doesn't touch the ground. At least to my eyes, unless I'm fucking seeing shit. Hand underneath it. Hand underneath it. Make sure it doesn't touch. Yeah, that's a pick. That's a hell of a pick. Let me see. Is Grossi on tonight? Because he does the flag counter too. Yeah, he is. I want to see if he's got the counter on. Because I know he does accepted penalties. But I want to see. He has it as 21 accepted penalties tonight. But there's been more thrown in this game. Lions in victory formation. Goff takes the knee. The clock is running. Seattle is not going to go ahead and take their final timeout because it doesn't really matter. And that's going to end the game. The Lions, Seattle gave him a hell of an effort. I'll tell them that. You see the game, you see Seattle loses by 2 touchdowns, but it's not nearly as bad as it seems. Seattle was in this game the whole way. But it is indeed a final. And a little bit of news, last minute news here from ELS here in the chat. And if you're not joining us in the chat, ELS, he's a massive asset with the stats. He had a raid here on our channel today, which was fantastic. Thank you so much, ELS, for that. That was great. That was fun. And it means a ton. ELS has been an absolute boss. And give him a like too. Go over to ELS's channel, ELS Train Tuber 501. Give him a sub, give him a like, give him a share, and help him out as well, because this man has been just an absolute dog. Thank you so much. But Titans head coach Brian Callahan has told reporters that Mayo Man Will Levis himself is 100% his starting quarterback when he's healthy. Will Levis, he's going to have an MRI for what is believed to be a issue with his AC joint. And that was what was injured early in the game today. I believe it was the first quarter. And Mason Rudolph took the rest of the game in the Titans' eventually dominating win over the Miami Dolphins. The first half was a bit of a snooze. Well, the whole game was a bit of a snooze fest. And the refs down there were pretty fucking terrible. And then the Seahawks and Lions refs were like, hey, those guys are pretty fucking terrible. We can out-terrible them. And then just decided to, what did they do? Oh, nope, there's a flag. Game's final. You can't throw any flags. Nope, doesn't matter. They're still throwing flags. They're still, there's another one. They're just going to keep on throwing them. Just sitting there. Oh, you're going to throw one against me for throwing against you? Okay, so, all right, we're just going to throw another flag. There we go. Oh, frustrating. These referees are frustrating. But, be that as it may, game's over. Lions win. Seahawks suffer their first loss. Lions are 3-1. Seahawks are 3-1. Titans get their first win. They're 1-3. The Dolphins are 1-3. See, week 4 is over. Week 5 next week starts with the Saints and the Falcons. We have our first byes next week. I think that is the Titans have a bye, the Chargers have a bye, the Eagles have a bye, and who else has a bye? It's Chargers, Eagles. And the Lions. Oh, look at that. We just watched the Lions. So the Lions, Eagles, Chargers, and Titans have a bye next week. So we're hitting the bye season now as we get ready for our first week of October football. Spookalicious. But anyway, thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. It has meant a lot to me for you guys watching, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing us all around. It's great. Donation station buttons and links are down in the description and here at the top of the chat for the last little bit here, but you can find them in the description. Merch store links in the description. Discord link in the description as well. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a wonderful and great night. Thank you so much for joining us. For Stay Tuned Sports, I'm your boy King. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.